We're going.
Barracuda.
Hello.
I'm gonna die.
Try not to.
That would
No promise.
both in real life and in the game, preferably.
I mean,
I'll be
I
the
don't
one
really
in
have control over my body doing the shit that did yesterday. So,
Just
Oh, yeah.
punch your heart till it works.
I mean,
So,
that's basically what a fucking defib is.
kind of back to Star Wars D&D. I do believe we should name it Temple and Tenets, by the way. That sounds much better.
We have a tenant exact. It's a temple exactly once. It's not maybe like no.
No. The system, not the show. The
Okay.
system.
But there's
But
a lot
last
more
session-
space than there is.
Yeah, there is. But there's a lot more than Dungeons and Dragons in Dungeon and Dragon. Last session, we reconvened back with everybody being on Coruscant in the Sentinel's base, trying to wrap up grabbing data on problematic issues and solving a matter of arrest warrants. After another group stepped up and claimed responsibility for the detonation that happened in previous sessions for the skyscraper, all of you were charged with espionage in a more minor case, and were given a plea bargain for temporary contracted service to the Sentinels in return for no jail time. Upon signing this, in a few days for it to get officiated, you headed off to the planet that was the oldest known marker for the holocron crystal everybody was attempting to acquire, and that one party unfortunately did. Arriving at the planet of Manon in Otto City, quickly locating a shop to grab gear and a guide to the dig site, everybody proceeded to head out after meeting Ewan Tonashek, who is permanently Australian now, despite my wishes. You all headed to the archaeological dig site that the crystal was found in, which appeared to have been a sunken Jedi temple. It was fairly close to the surface, so not too terribly many issues getting down there. However, getting into it, the problems started to arise after Mr. Shack explained some odd rumors, and you yourself started to experience some whispering that was there, but it wasn't there. The deeper you proceeded, the more the whispers intensified until you ran into what seemed to be some sort of force entity. Almost a spirit, or as most of you can see it, a ghost. After dealing with them, which you proved to be able to do with physical means, you proceeded on down and found a rather large library where you hoped to find answers. However, searching along, you found one very much more well-formed ghost and entity who identified themselves as the librarian and custodian of this library, and were having a peaceful chat after a tense moment of negotiations and getting the information you needed before Count noticed a ritual of some kind seems to have corrupted, or some force user has managed to corrupt this entity to an extent, with us ending the last session as it whirled and the force started to spread heavy through the area and the water started to get disturbed, and it just hissed at everybody, just Sith. And we will open up with initiative.
I'd like to point out last time Ava punched a ghost.
Ava punched a ghost, and it did something. I will give her that. But let me mess with something. All right. Is everybody ready?
Initiative right as we start.
Yep, initiative at the start, as this entity has turned very hostile. Everybody can tell something is very, very wrong. Count more so than the rest.
I like the other
And with
opening
that,
initiative on this one.
I'm
And
going to say
next-
30 to 25.
29.
I'm taking into account now.
Count into
24 to 20.
20.
Anyone else?
One of us hasn't rolled yet. Give her 1 minute.
Okay, that's what I was trying to ask to make sure.
I had too many
Starting
dice
off
in my
initiative
dice
here.
tree.
Next Friday, we'll be starting with initiative.
Yeah, but that's something that not everybody gets to see. Though it will be bloody.
Probably. The question is mine or the group's?
Friendly fire.
Blood.
But hope
Both
get
friendly and not so friendly
Did
fire.
anybody get above a 20? Besides,
Hey,
I have yours. She said 24?
What do you got?
24.
Okay. Yep, okay, I wanted to make sure I heard that right. It was a little quiet. 20 being Joran. Max, did you roll yours?
I did.
Okay, 19 to 15.
15.
15?
Mhm.
Okay. Anybody else? Oh no.
But what did check roll?
I forgot about check to roll. Hold on.
I mean, most of the party.
Are you kidding me?
Doing pretty well.
20?
No, I'll give you the fun note. Shek beat everybody but Count and Eva.
20.
Nope, but close.
Hey, Eric, what do you got?
Johnny, what did you wear? What did you roll?
5.
Not wear.
What did you wear? That's a forward question.
All right,
I
all
see.
right. We need details now. Okay. So
Johnny,
opening
kind
up. Yep.
natural one.
So Chani's just kind of mouth agape looking, ghost!
This is very much a new experience for everybody. Because there was disembodied ghost, and now there's a very solid, angry-looking ghost that is starting to form a blade in its hand.
Thing counts going first because I wouldn't know to shoot it.
Why does she fail initiative and navigation?
I don't know. But we'll
I
open up
recall
this... yes, what?
If I recall correctly, we were 30 feet away, Chani and myself.
Yep. It is up above, down like at an angle towards you is 30 feet for Chani and Count. Everybody else is 60. And Count, you are first as you see the previously purple eyes. They're still very like heavy purple in areas, but there's heavy bands and corruption of yellow seeping through its eyes. And it looks angry, and you're watching as in its right hand it starts to form a long, shadowy saber weapon.
And
Not like
the
not a rounded, by the way, like a lightsaber, like an actual blade.
And the tentacle is gone.
You cannot see the tentacle. It finished off, like it ended and flowed the rest of the way into the library.
Alright. Well...
But you are up first. Keep in mind, underwater you lose 5 feet of movement right now because you took precautions against it.
It's fine. 25 feet puts me in melee range.
25 feet does not put you in melee range because it is 30
I have a
away.
whip.
You have a whip. I forgot about the whip. Correct, sir.
So it's 35 feet away.
Nope.
Alright.
Because 25 would put him within 5 feet, which is within melee range.
No, there's that still that 5 feet before you hit their melee range. That's how I thought it went.
No, it's generally if they're within 5 feet of you. So I'd move 25 feet and then it would be there.
Ah,
And then it
Weird
would be
gaps.
in front of me. Yeah.
But you can reach. Sorry.
Okay.
30 feet. You can use your... You, if that's how the rules work, I apologize. Yes, you could use your other weapons too.
35 feet would put it out of reach.
It is not. I've said 30, so we are using 30.
Yay, green lightsaber.
Green
Aw.
lightsaber as Count kicks off with his flippers.
Bonus action, the stats.
Probably a good idea. Alright. All your movement and bonus action, what are you doing for your action? Hello?
That's, this attack.
Alright, roll to hit.
Is
As you feel like wave and wave of force roll off this thing.
Is it at disadvantage because of water?
It is because you do not have an innate swim speed. This just helps.
Okay.
Wait, you have a light foil, right?
Yes.
technically piercing, so they work normally.
It would not have mattered as I rolled both my d20s at the same time.
All right, what'd you get?
I'm gonna drop a second level smite. And it hits.
Is it a critical?
It is.
So you rolled both your attacks. So that's your 2 attacks rolled.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Nope, it's a normal roll. That's how it works. Drop your
I mean-
damage. I am ready.
Okay, hang on. Do you want all of it in one mass?
Yeah, that works just fine here. So rolling both attacks.
Okay. So let's see. I'm just gonna roll my 8d8 and then count from there.
Oh, you're not just doing the 3d8 and double? Oh, wait, no, 4d8 each one, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then I will add physical numbers. So
Alrighty. You're free to do so.
7, 15. Yeah, 17.
Eva, you are up next. Keep that in mind.
25. 28. 32. See, that's dice number 6. This is 7. 39. And 44. So 88.
Jesus Christ. Opening rounds, people.
Hang on, I have. Hang on,
I know.
counts jank modifiers of.
I know.
Okay. Do you want the damage type separated, or is it fine normal?
Well, technically, Smite, remember, Smite in this is all the same damage type because it's the force amping the weapon.
I
So
meant the
technically, all this will be...
I meant the necrotic.
The necrotic,
from-
yes. Please separate the necrotic off.
Okay, so there's 88, and then there is. Let's see, what's
Modifiers
that?
for that.
Yes, I know. I have to. So 88, and then add 16.
98, 104.
And then 10 more necrotic.
Okay, so count kicks off at a very high speed. About what you guys are normally able to move. It's just the sheer reaction speed of it going through with the pulling at the light foil he has at the same process in 2 rapid thrusts forward. Both pierce through this entity, and much like what you guys saw with the shadow, it rolls around the weapon, and you feel the biting down, like you feel the resistance as the weapon tears through, and it lets out like a very unearthly shriek of anger and rage as you just rip holes. Like, it's not a small stab and then it rolls around. You stabbed and there's clearly visibly all the way through on each one. And as you feel the a secondary effect of your force go to hit in with the attack as you normally do, you feel it wash off and it doesn't seem to have an effect. That is referring to the necrotic, by the way, the secondary effect.
Alright. Fool, do not succumb!
And as you pull back, you watch as the shadows again, like with the previous entities, get creep back together. And it looks down, and the more yellow is taking over its eyes with that as it starts to sound louder and angrier in everybody's heads. And I believe that's everything you can do.
Yeah.
All right, Eva, you're up. If you wish to say anything.
Fool, return to your senses. You swore an oath.
Alrighty.
And it'll turn to you and just, I'm filling my oath. And Eva, you're up. You're 60 feet away from this thing.
I am going to move up my 30 and pull out my black pistols.
You're gonna move. I'm sorry, I couldn't quite hear. You're gonna move forward. You said.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull, move my full 30 just to be
We're
a little bit
underwater right
close.
now, so with the flippers, normally
Oh,
you would
yeah.
half your movement, so you only have 25 at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine. And pull out my blaster. Let's go.
All right, so you move the 25 forward. That puts you within 35, and that is within your blaster pistol range. Oh, I'm not coming through.
You are?
I'm hearing you.
Can you guys? Okay, they can hear me.
Yeah, I believe
So
it's
Can't hear Max.
Yep.
This is a consistent problem that we're having for some reason.
I don't know.
heavy use.
However, you are within range to fire if you wish to.
I'm assuming you're gonna attack twice, so just go ahead and roll both attacks. I don't think we're gonna down it in one hit.
Okay.
I can safely say if I went with my original idea, you would have already. But I knew better.
Yeah, count.
One of the hit of 21.
21 will hit.
Any other one?
Wait.
Uh,
No, sorry. 21 will not hit in this case.
My God.
As you ping off a blaster bolt and it raises a hand, and the water around him just like ripples and jerks sideways and rips the bolt around him.
okay. Then my other one didn't hit either.
As the water's still twirling and like ripping itself up around him, it catches the same current and flings off to the side, off into somewhere off into the distance in the library.
Okay.
Anything else with your movement? I believe you have a bonus action and your action surge still.
I'm good. I only, yeah. I'm not gonna use my action surge unless I absolutely need it.
Alrighty. At that, it is Shek's turn. And you're going to watch this. You hear over the comms, guys, this seems to be about out of my reach here. I did the wrong accent. Sorry. Australian accent's hard to get for me.
He's so frightened his accent is failing.
Yeah. I'm going to get a bit out of here, guys. This is a bit out of my reach. And he's just going to turn around and take off much quicker than you guys did underwater. You can tell he's simply keeping pace rather than his normal swimming. And starts good 80 feet away from you guys. Towards the door. And with that, Joran, you are up.
I mean, I don't gotta move.
Nope. Keep in mind, even with the sharpshooter mastery, you have the minimum range, which I believe is 130 right now.
Yep.
There's also the poon.
The poon. The poon works at 60 feet for you.
I'm good. I'm gonna stick with my blaster. So, the first shot's not gonna hit because it's a 20, more than likely, unless I don't have
yep.
one thing.
Nope,
But
the
the
water's
second
still
shot-
rippling around him.
The second shot might with a 24.
That will hit.
Yay! Da-da-da. Forgot damages for a moment.
So you pull one trigger, the bolt flies forward, hits the same rolling bits of water that's being disturbed, and flies off again into the library. Second one, however, manages to punch through,
For 12 damage.
scoring a heavy shot through his shoulder, which, compared to the noises he made last time, this blaster bolt's reacting about like it did on the other entities you saw.
Listen, dog, I only know one thing and one thing well. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm informing you so you know.
All
right. Anything else?
Yeah, this is big and scary. Fuck this shit. Action surge.
2 more shots then. If you wish. You might have something else.
23 on the first one, and the other one's higher than the 24. So,
Both of those will hit.
all right.
And keep in that mind that you just saw as you squeeze the trigger twice more. Sorry, hiccup. And I guess almost catches the same spot as before, where it punches through the disturbance that the other blaster bolt left.
$27 all around for both shots.
All around.
Yep.
So, I gotta do math. Hold on.
If you're having it, it's
Nope, it's not that part.
okay.
I gotta do health math.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm going to assume that the ghost doesn't have anything material on it at all.
Nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
Even its blade seems to be made of a similar material as it. As you fire through, and it just tears through it again, and it looks over at you as you've been firing, but it looks right back down in front of him at the count. Anything else with your turn?
Nope.
Alrighty. So that brings it to the librarian, and after you just fired at it twice and it hit it, and it just looks down. It looks up at all of you and then raises its hand, and I need everyone to make a dexterity save.
That's not a death
As
sentence.
he holds up his hand, and everything in the area surges in a 60-foot cone forward.
Ooh, let's see which dice. Purple or black? Black.
The water comes slamming into everybody, brutalizing, but let's see how well you can avoid it.
Hang on, let me get a whip of bay leaf.
Joran said 21.
13.
13.
Natural 16 on the die.
19.
Dex save.
Let me look something up real quick.
Are
I
you
got
looking
a
up
25.
who see?
He got a low roll, I'm pretty sure.
I'm trying to mitigate damage.
He's looking up
This
some
does
other
not-
shit.
This does not count as a tech power, Chani.
I know. That's why I'm trying to look at something else that I have. Okay. Okay. It's general damage, not everything. So that's an 8.
All right. So I have to. So to Chani and Sorsha, both of you try to move, but the underwater is still a little odd, right? And you got to kick out of the way, and you take the full damage. You guys take 28 kinetic damage as the water surges and slams into you guys.
Armor mech damage absorption. I knock
Everyone
off
else?
6.
You can do that for kinetic?
Yeah, I can do that for anything.
Okay.
You said
You
26.
cannot. 28. Everybody else, you can half that and take 14.
Okay.
And he wrecks part of the shelves that are just within the edge of it.
Ow.
Stop destroying the library. We need that.
I can repair. It just utters back to you. With that,
Can you work, please? Thank you. God damn.
Okay, so there, that's there, that's there.
2 monitors just
Natural 1s. 2 ice in a row.
And it's going to watch as it blinks out of existence and reappears off to the side. And it's 60 feet from everybody.
Oh no.
As you watch the force ripple around, and then it just like sucks into a point and then reopens out of a point about 60 feet away. And that's its turn.
I mean, you're due for some 20s, Eric.
That brings us to Sorsha!
Well, considering Sorsha is extremely bloodied from that attack, she's going to try to get as close as she can to it, and she's going to aim her pistol at it.
Alright, so you're going to move 25 feet towards it,
Yes.
because that's all you got right now for your normal movement.
Yeah.
That puts you within 45 feet of it. Your normal pistol cannot reach it,
Oh.
because
Do you
you
know
can
what
only
game?
shoot at the minimum. But you have your harpoon gun, which can reach at a disadvantage.
I'm going to take aim with my harpoon gun.
All right, you can roll that, and you have to roll 2d20s. Take the lower. As I will note, the maelstrom of like the water and force around it that was twirling around it has stopped for the moment.
Just as a
10.
personal quandary.
To hit,
Hold on.
As
Hold
a
on a second,
personal
James.
quandary.
16 to hit.
you fire and it scoots out of the way. It's just a little bit to the side. It floats as a harpoon pings into the wall behind it. It actually sticks in the wall.
Sorsha doesn't have very much faith that she's going to survive.
You still have a bonus action, which you can use to medkit or dash or a couple of other things as a.
Sorsha would like to medkit.
All right, roll 2d4 plus 2.
And remember, just for next turn, you can bonus action dash your movement toward it to use your pistol next time. Just in case you wanted to know.
Rogue
I think
stuff.
she wanted to heal.
Oh, go, of course.
'Cause
Healing
that
is always
hurts.
nice. Yeah, healing is always nice.
Yeah, I'm bloody. I'm still bloody.
But
All right.
as a personal note, is there any crossfire happening? Like, am I shooting at it this way and people are coming at it this way?
No, everybody was going at it at the same direction because
Okay.
he was like the farthest away.
Okay. Less
Uh,
likely chance that a night one might hit me or something stupid.
Yes,
Because
that's likely.
Johnny's turn. I'm sorry, because Johnny's turn's coming up, and I'm like, oh god, no, please.
Okay.
Surely
Well,
I
at
won't
that
get
point,
3
you're
in a
right.
row.
It is Chani.
Shut the hell up.
Maybe if it didn't teleport.
Alright. How far away is that thing from me now?
Now it is 60 feet.
Alrighty then. I'm going to make sure all my ribs are still intact. And then...
They are, but you're still reeling as like tumbling head over heel in the water a little bit.
Okay. 60 feet away?
60 feet away.
Tracer
You can
bolt
swim. Your suit
upcast.
gives you your suit gives you a swim speed, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Just had to keep that in mind. Tracer bolt upcast.
Yep.
Yep. It doesn't affect that stuff right now. So
Question.
fire away. What?
So is it just 30 feet away from me now again?
Nope. It's 60 feet away from everybody.
Oh. I asked that because I was 30 feet closer.
Yes, you were, but it teleports and it's up.
Okay.
It's 3D movement, so it got a lot of choice.
Yes. That is what I was asking. Okay.
Yep. It's 60 feet from everybody except Sorsha now because she
I
moved.
did it!
What'd you roll? Is it a 1?
It's a 20!
Oh shit! Yeah. Roll damage.
Okay, so that's 4, 5 times 2. Jesus Christ.
Let me sip this one.
What level did you upcast it at? I heard
I
you
only have
upcast it,
access
not
to
what
second level at the moment.
Okay.
Damn it, though, I only have 46.
Mm. Oh, you only have 4d6 per, like physical dice. I thought you meant damage. I'm like, no,
No.
I think it's 5d6.
It's
That level.
5. Okay, so. And now we do math. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5, 17. That's
Yep.
4 of them. 6, 23, x2, 46?
6. And this is energy damage, correct?
Yes.
So, Chani, righting herself after swirling from all this disturbance in the water, rights herself, points with the where the wrist pad on her arm is, fires off a blinding bolt of energy that crashes into this thing's chest and blows a hole through. And you hear another echoing scream of rage as the chest starts to fill back in, but it doesn't do quite what you're used to energy bolt doing.
Okay. Right. And now, bonus action.
A shot like that normally does something noticeable, but this thing's...
The only time I've used
Pulled
this
itself right
attack,
back
I've got natural 20s on it.
I know, and it's amazing.
Shooting darts at things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna med pack myself now. Cause, ow.
Okay.
Action, bonus action, no area really sounds overly advantageous over any other area, so I'm just going to stay around about where I am. Thank you, D4.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm done.
Alrighty then, Count, it's back around to you as this thing just blipped out of existence in front of you and poofed in over there.
Okay. I should have asked this beforehand, just because out of curiosity. What is the economy of lightsaber switching? Like, just swapping the weapons out.
You get a free weapon swap every round. You can turn it on or off once every round.
Okay. So if I were to go from lightsaber to whip, that would be fine. Correct?
Yes, you are allowed to do that.
As long as I'm not just like, let me just whip out dual wielding.
I believe as long as...
Not without the feet.
Okay. But yeah.
Alright. Let's see. It is 60 feet away.
Yep.
Here's a question. Does force jump work underwater?
I mean, you've never tried it before.
But
But you have no reason to not.
It just says you use your legs to propel you to an unoccupied space 30 feet away that you can see.
Is this... that's... Yeah, I'd let it happen. It doesn't say anything about having to be solid land.
If you
I know
want
it's not...
to-
It's intended, but...
If
I
you
know.
want James's force knowledge, I would say yes. If you want mechanical knowledge, I would still say yes.
I was gonna say yes because it's still reinforcing your legs just to swim. So I'll let it happen, yeah.
You're also using like force to kinetically bump
Move.
yourself forward,
Yeah.
which still would
It's-
work underwater.
Fly, dolphin boy.
I was just reading the stuff, and it's like, it doesn't say from like the ground, it just says you use your
Yeah,
legs.
I'll allow it. Bonus action, I take it?
I scrolled off the page. I believe it's actually just a full in action,
Oh,
sadly.
but yeah, I will allow it.
Yep, it's an action for some reason. But yep. Yeah, I'll cast force jump and mark off those points.
Alright.
30
As-
feet towards it.
The count gathers, takes a massive, like, kick that you go see, like, a visible disturbance versus before, and, like, rockets forward 30 feet before starting to slow back down again.
And let's dash, so I am back within 5 feet of it. And if possible, off to the side, not directly in front of it.
I see
Now
the
you're
green.
gone.
Yeah, I see the green
Now
ring,
you're
Matt,
gone.
but I don't hear Matt.
Yeah,
Yeah, no hear Matt.
he's fixing it.
That's fine. Technical difficulties.
Love it.
Eric, your avatar sums up everything
Yeah.
pretty well.
And there we go. You are back in front of it again, sir.
Yes, that is action, bonus action.
No, not bonus action.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, that's action.
Action
movement.
and movement.
Action movement. I don't think I have any bonus action things I can do. Medkit.
Medkit. You have medkits. Everyone remember, you have medkits as bonus actions. And you have up to you can do the double casting stuff. The second one can only be of second level or higher, though. Second level or lower, not higher.
The Force really does not have a lot of bonus action things on the entire list.
There aren't a
I'm
lot of
stating that
bonus
for
action
everyone.
things.
I'm stating that for everyone because it applies for force and tech.
There
I
are,
recovered 8 health.
There are all of one
Okay.
person force and one person with tech powers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right now, but I'm informing so everybody's aware.
Yeah.
At that point, Eva, you are up. It is now 60 feet away from you.
I am going to move up again.
All right, 25 forward. It is 45 away.
Is that still in my shooting range?
It is not within range of your blaster pistol, because your blaster pistol can only go 240 underwater. It is
But the
within range
harpoon-
of the harpoon gun at disadvantage.
Who has their harpoon?
I did not catch that bit.
You're really
Who has
quiet.
a harpoon gun?
Everybody has a harpoon gun.
Oh, wait, oh. I think I might have forgotten to do it like that. Not that. Okay.
It's to hit. It's the same to hit as your blaster pistol. It does a d6 of damage, and it has a 30-60 range.
Okay.
Same modifier you would use for damage on your pistol.
Yeah, effectively, it does the same damage as well as your pistol, just
Piercing.
Kinetic.
kinetic. Just kinetic.
Okay, I'll be using that.
But you have disadvantage on the attack, so 2 rolls in the lower of the 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that bit.
15.
15 as you pull out the harpoon gun and fire. You're still trying to get a little bit used to it, and you're just off as it streaks past just slightly above his head and to the side. You still have a second shot. Like, every time you take the attack action, you get 2 attacks.
Alright. Okay.
What'd you get?
I got an 18 this time.
At 18, you fire again, and it's almost there, and then that water kicks back up again and rotates it right back and slings it off into the library.
Mm.
Anything else?
No.
No? Yes, no? You got bonus action surge as you did before.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna just. Words. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Alrighty.
That's the only thing.
Alrighty. At that, it's back around to the librarian. He just looks around with a very obvious look of contempt and just,
Oh no.
they've gotten worse over the years. And I need to roll something. It does. Yeah. It's gonna put. Yeah, no, not this turn. It is going to raise its blade that it has in its hand, count, and lash out at you.
Uh-huh. 19 to
It
hit.
is 19 on the dot, actually, on that one. That is a 19 again. And that is a 17.
Ooh.
So the first 2 hit.
All right.
As he lashes out, and you'll notice something very odd. As the first one deals 15 damage, as the sword slashes across your front.
Oh,
But-
hang on. Wait. Let's reduce.
Alright.
I'll use one of the use for force parry things.
For 17. I mean, 15, you got to block.
Yep. So where's my D10? All right. Praise the bay leaf.
Did you get it?
I reduce 16 damage. Reduce to
All right.
0.
So
I
you'll
get to
notice
make
something odd
I get
as
to
you
make an
block
attack.
this. Yep, I know. But as you go to block this, you'll notice something odd. Everything else was like kind of ethereal and like it would reach in. It was never there. But as you slam into this, you feel it almost feels like a physical blade slamming into your lightsaber.
I have many questions.
And it flashes back to a moment where you remember that he said a guy they thought was crazy, said something came through and took his arm off. A dark shrouded enemy slashed his arm off last he saw. But make your attack roll.
This stance is beautiful.
Yeah.
31.
31 damage?
No, 31 to hit.
Oh, 31 to hit. Well, that'll definitely hit. Piercing
I still
through
have-
this.
Yeah, I still have to roll to hit.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Missed that bit. You stab through and you pierce and just shove the lightsaber right through the disturbance of force in front of him, blocking a lot of the attacks.
All right, another second level smite. 48, go.
How much damage? Was that a critical?
No,
Damn. 31's a high to hit.
it's because I have extra to hit while in the stance.
I know, I was just commenting.
It's
forgot.
it's pretty ridiculous.
What's your...
Hang on. So 6,
If I ever say I
12.
rolled a 31 to hit, I
15.
Fair.
And so that's 19 plus.
And separate the necrotic off.
Okay, so that's 19. So 27, and then 10 necrotic.
7. As before, you feel the necrotic part wash up, but the rest of it stabs and it puts a good chunk through it, and then it looks just... It growls. It's moved on from, like, screaming, like... before it was, like, yells of anger, screams of rage, and now this is, like, an almost, like, feral growl as you stab through it.
Did you have advantage on that attack?
You
Oh.
did not roll advantage. Roll it once more, I guess, to see if it was a critical.
Where's my bay leaf?
Are you sniffing a bay leaf every time?
I am.
I didn't think about it until a second ago. Sorry.
Thank you, I forgot as well. I'm used to hearing guiding bolt, not tracer bolt.
Yeah, it's...
Is it a critical?
Praise the bay leaf.
Alright. Reaction is still the same, but I will add the bonus damage onto it. It's fine.
What
I'll
was
just- It was 27.
so 27 before modifier, so.
No, it was 27 total. So I'm just gonna add the half that got removed. Back on. Anyways,
Teehee.
I forgot about that. Thank you. Keep me in check on those, because I'm still not used to all the names and what they do here yet. That is... And then again, as one more comes back down after this, you take 14 damage, as this time you actually feel it, and it feel like somebody took a vibro sword and just ran it across your midsection. But the shock of it's enough to kick you in high gear, and you block the third one as it comes down, parrying it off to the side.
Ghost making real objects. Yep, no one taught me about this.
Just, at least you have some skill to challenge this.
Oh, why is it always
And with
my
that,
gut?
it's sword shot.
They always stab me in the gut.
Well, you skipped
You are
Jordan.
currently... Yep, because I looked at Shek. I'll go ahead and let Joran go. Thank you. I have a weird initiative sheet right now. It's scrawled in
You're
the-
fine. Just skip Jordan, that's all.
Yep, Joran, go, and then it'll be you, Sorsha.
That's a 29 and dirty 20 to hit.
The 29 will hit, but the dirty 20 will not this time. As again,
That's fine.
first one pings through and you catch his attention as it tears through his shoulder. Second one comes through and just gets directed off to the side by the swirling water.
I did max damage. Yeah. 18.
All right. 18 damage as it tears through his shoulder.
That's me done.
And
all I can
that's
do.
you done.
Wait, no. I'm gonna move to where I can get cover behind a bookcase, cause it's what I do.
All right. Yeah, you could do that with the 25 movement, I would say. Going fully behind it for the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get full cover from it.
Sorsha,
Maybe
you
it'll
are up.
stop
You are,
that weird water shit that just hit me. Because
Maybe.
And
up.
It's
You're 45 feet away.
and it's 30 feet to be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, you have to be within 30 feet to use the harpoon gun without disadvantage.
So I will move 15 feet towards the thing,
Okay.
and I will take my harpoon gun out again, and I will raise
Remember
it.
your bonus actions like the insightful fighting and all that for your sneak attack stuff.
Count is also right there.
I would like to do insightful
Count
fight.
is, but I was just informing her because it's, the Inquisitor stuff.
I do.
So she could gain advantage if she wanted. Oh, she moved.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have your Inquisitor if you want to use it. Remember. Insightful fighting.
Oh yeah, I would like to use my insightful fighting.
So
Maybe the
roll
ghost
your
is bad at
insight.
lying.
Hold on. Doing math. 27.
You succeed.
Hells yeah.
Damn, that was a good roll. All right, roll your hit. It's normal roll.
I thought I rolled for advantage.
No. Insightful fighting doesn't give you advantage. It just lets you get sneak attack regardless of somebody being within 5 feet or not.
I don't know why I thought I had advantage.
Yeah, just roll once and then take it.
20.
Is that a natural 20?
Yeah.
That is a
That's
critical.
gonna
so,
hurt.
Yep, you do 4d6, times it by 2, and then add your modifier.
The water is with us.
As you pull out not a crossbow, sorry. As you pull out the harpoon gun, pull it and fire, and it actually tears through one of its eyes that dissipates and then reforms. And it is now staring at you very angrily.
Weren't expecting that. Word
Hold
you
on, I
prick.
had to do math.
Just looks over at you and just snarls with an angry bit of rage. That fucking hurts.
Pepper box harpoon guns are fucking awesome. What do you want?
I love it. I'm glad you guys did this. I was
39.
expecting 39. God damn.
That's-
So yeah, like I said, it tore through this eye and it turned at you and let an actual like bellow of rage at you, and it is focused on you.
Oh, great.
29.
Love that.
39. Sorry, 39 and half that.
It's fine if Chani doesn't kill it. I'll redraw the focus.
And it's gonna look up at everything at this point and then look around at its library and decide. You were right earlier. Let's destroy this library. Let's take a trip. And as everything, like, the force floods the area, and everybody goes up and, like, blanks out for a second. And then you guys reappear, and you are all up above the temple.
Just in the
Legendary
ocean?
actions.
Everybody has been forcefully moved above the temple, except for Shik. He seemed to have been out of the range.
Oh, good for him.
But you're now open in the outer open
I
ocean.
don't like open water.
And it is
Legendary
disturbing
actions.
because there is something off to the side. Like there's like that drop off after this near the edge of it. And you watch as just the area around it starts to become agitated naturally, but this is different than like what it was using to block. This is just constant whirls and bad spots.
So that's its reaction. Johnny's turn, right?
That is not its reaction, but it is Chani's turn now.
Well,
That was legendary.
you know what?
Everybody, by the way, that got grabbed is only 40 feet away. This happened in like a conish shape in front of him.
Everybody that was grabbed was only 40 feet away? What?
Everybody that was grabbed is now 40 feet away.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
This is after the teleport.
I was
No,
making
you're
sure.
close enough. I'll say this. You were close enough to the teleport. It kept you close. I was thinking of everybody
Is
at a
he within
distance.
5 feet?
Oh, say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have you in half
I
a
made a-
meatloaf. Don't judge me.
I made a fencer stop running.
No, you make a good point.
Uh,
You're close enough to the center. You're still there.
all right. Let
But
me think.
Chani, you are up.
I have a 15-foot sphere underwater. I just realized this.
Yeah, that's that's best I got right now, honestly. I could do that again, but I'm not gonna get it again. So let's see what this does. Gonna get out my little harpoon gun
Mm-hmm.
and get within the 30 feet necessary. Easy enough, right?
Okay. Yeah, you can get within 30 feet necessary.
Okay. Now I'm going to take a rhyme shot at it, and I'm going to infuse this little harpoon gun, which has been enhanced,
Okay.
if that matters, with cold.
All right.
Make a shot.
Separate the kinetic and the cold.
All right.
May
You
the
roll
water be-
normally.
And count right there, so I get sneak attack.
Yep, that's extra d6 for you right now, I think.
2.
No, more than that, right?
Yeah.
2.
Come on, harpoon gun. I believe in you.
Wait, do you have like a smite equivalent?
No, I just have a ranged, what's it?
It's like Green Flame Blade, but for range.
Oh, okay.
I got a 19 on the die, so I'm going to assume
That
that...
will definitely hit.
Yeah. Alright, so a d6, a d6, a d6, a d6. This is a cantrip.
Jesus. Separate kinetic and cold, and your sneak attack will be kinetic.
Okay. So then we got... that...
Cubes.
Matt, I want you to know every time someone's rolled an attack, I've been taking a sip of water.
Oh my god.
That's 21 piercing damage,
All right.
6 cold damage, and now he's cold, and his speed is halved.
As you fire off, and you guys watch as this like energy clings, it's leaving a trace of frost through the water, and it hits through, and it slams through this thing, and it takes through. But the cold just kind of like starts to, and then it just seeps away from him.
Johnny, that's not
The
nice.
cold
You
doesn't seem
cold
to
and
do
cold
anything
right
to
now.
him. But the harpoon still bothered him, and you just hear a hearty just echo out through all of this now.
Alrighty then. But look at what I have here. My list of options.
You said
for
his
bonus.
movement was. Oh well, no, that wouldn't apply because the cold effect. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, no, there's no save for that. He's just slower now.
Well, the cold didn't apply at all.
Okay.
That's why.
Ah, I see. There.
Yeah, the cold like washed over, it fell through. It didn't. The cold didn't affect this guy.
I'm just tossing science at a wall and seeing what sticks. Bonus action. Drugs.
Drugs.
Yay, health.
Max is still not in the call, by the way.
No, she grabbed a call. If she's not on by the time her turn comes back around, you're fine. I'm just saying she's on a call she had to take right now.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't know that. I was curious. what
Still
the-
have like 20 feet movement. I'm going to try to stay spread out. If at all possible.
All right, trying to spread out from them.
Yeah.
You get outside what seems to be the. You could probably with 20 feet get outside what seems to be like the conage shape he did originally.
Damn it! No longer in cover. Fuck.
Nope. Count. You're back up. It is right in front of you.
Ah. Let's.
Try
Shit,
just-
how many points do I have left?
That is an important note for you.
I mean, if I don't use them.
Eva, you're up next. Keep that in mind.
Hmm.
God damn
I
it.
have a singular bonus action spell I can cast. I'm just like, what points?
Come on, TikTok. You know the resource management game.
I'm playing it.
No.
Save points for melee. Roll
Are you just
one.
rolling to hit?
Roll to hit.
Okay.
19 on the die.
Ah, no, you started within the 19 on the dice. Sorry. You started within the 10 feet of him. Make a dexterity save.
Dexterity save. Okay. Fuck. Get back here, die.
Keep the 19 in
13 on
mind.
the die. 18.
Okay, you're fine. As you manage to keep yourself stable in the midst of this turbulent water. So 19 on the die, that'll definitely hit with your bonuses.
2 more points.
Roll
Must
your
apply-
damage.
Must apply
Sep-
5d8 or 4d8.
Yep, save your 2 more
Necrotic.
points for 48. Yeah, separate your necrotic off. I
I'm
thought 2
new,
points in they gave you.
total.
Oh, second level.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not like the spells. You just like you spend 1 point for a first level,
Yeah. And then...
which is rather convenient compared to the spells.
Okay. Making sure, because noodly rules with different casters.
My other d8. Yep, up there it is. That is 6 and 12 and 15 and 22. And
22 damage?
No, I haven't modified. That was the 4 die.
Fair.
So that is and then let's see. So 22, that brings it to 31 with and then 10 necrotic.
As before, the necrotic just washed over.
Second attack.
Okay.
It's only +9 to hit.
What do you have?
14 on the die, that's 23.
That'll hit. As Count's still right in front of it with a quick stab and slash. The slash kind of like cuts it in half, almost like you've seen him do for stuff, but then the pieces just kind of like back together. It almost looks amused right now.
Must drop more damage. If this is an intelligence test, count is failing. All right. I rolled 3 6s and a 1, so that's 19. And then there's no necrotic on this one, so +9, so 19, 28.
28 damage.
28. Yep.
And again, keeping it going. The slashes come through. It looks very amused. Like you hear a chuckle. You guys are starting to hear like a. It's like a dark humor chuckle you start hearing rolling through you guys' head at this point. Anything else? For count?
You know, we can go back to talking. We're just
No.
here for knowledge before that tentacle thing came and poked you in the butt.
I have nothing to say to a Sith.
You see my lightsaber? It's green.
Thief. And that's
No,
all the time
no.
you guys have.
I made this myself.
Nope. Out of time after that, just thief is all you hit to reply to that, and the time interval's up.
Okay.
Eva, you are up. It is 40 feet away from you.
I will move up again, see if it's in my range this time.
It's 40 feet away. The pistol is within range at that point.
Okay.
You don't even have to move on that one. Or you can move forward and try to hit it with your lightsaber. Your choice.
I mean, I don't know if the lightsaber will do any more than the blaster will. I don't remember.
Matt,
Hmm?
I have blown 14 levels of smite on this thing.
I know. Eva, what would you like to do? Shoot him? I believe is what you were saying.
What?
That's what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up. Just
Okay, move up all the way, all like your full movement.
Yeah.
Well, moving your full movement, you're 15 feet away from him now.
Okay. I'm just gonna shoot him.
All right, roll to hit.
I thought I misplaced my D20 and I didn't. I'm just blind. 23.
23 will hit.
No ripple.
No ripple. As you catch him in the elbow joint on this one, and it like blows the arm apart, the mist starts to go everywhere, and then it just kind of like lashes itself back together. But you did catch his attention.
14.
14 damage. Again, it's not quite catching like it normally should.
I got a 25 this one.
A 25 to hit on that one?
Yeah.
That'll do it. Jordan, you'll be up next.
I only shoot. You know this.
I'm just letting you know in case you have other plans to make. I don't know. What's your damage there, Hope? Or Eva in this case?
9.
9 damage. Again, just like almost like right back in the spot, and the elbow comes apart again, and then it reforms, and he just looks very annoyed at you. You all hear a raspberry over the intercom as Eva sticks her tongue out and just. Where she put it?
You are cutting it out so bad for me.
That is what. Anything else?
I think she
She
left
just
the
blew
region.
a raspberry underwater. There's now spit inside her mask.
There is,
Oh, no.
but I'm asking her if she has anything else.
No.
Alrighty then, that brings it to Shek. He's doing that. That brings it to Jordan.
Shep just comes back up from the temple. Oh fuck!
Oh, fuck, man.
I just left those fuckers to get to safety. Anyways, Jordan, your turn. 40 feet away from you.
Come on, roll the second dice. Roll 20. Eh.
I forgot to have Count make concentration checks for his foresight because it has been a week. But we will just continue on, and I'll have you roll them in the future.
The first one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The first one will be a 22, and the second one will be a 26.
Both hit. Again, in case you ask, no ripple, Robert. Well, nothing besides. There's constant torrent around him, but not the one that seemed to dislodge all the shots earlier.
It's got to be a 21 or lower.
28 total damage for all the shots.
That is not bad as you reorient yourself, because that felt very nauseating to everybody, by the way. But reorienting yourself, leveling it in just 2 quick bursts as it tears through his chest.
I'm going to get 65 feet away. Or up
You-
to 65 feet away.
You can only move 50. Oh, no, you can only move 25.
Yeah, I
But
moved
he's 40
25.
away.
I'm 40, so I go to
40
65.
away. Sorry, you said move 65 feet. I heard
Yeah,
moving
I know, I'm
65
sorry.
feet. I see what you mean.
I,
No,
I-
you're
I
good.
forgot to add the up to.
Yep, sorry. So 65 feet away. And is that all?
Yeah.
So you're going to watch him adjust. Basically, like, float around the count sum to line up Count, Eva, and Jordan. I need all 3 of you to make a deck save as he puts his hand up again. and instead of the cone that came out before, a line of just a rough cylinder of water just thrusts forward and disturbs and rips the water into you.
I moved get away from this shit. The fuck?
And if you look back, you can see it stretches probably 120 feet from him.
He's giving us the thrust.
Everybody, so those three make a dex save.
18.
18?
19.
19? Eva?
I got 25. Or, yeah.
Damn. So you guys still take 19 points of damage on this one. As the water just slams into you guys. You guys manage to like push out of the way at this last second, but it still sends you reeling some.
How much?
19.
19.
Bloody.
Bloodied.
And he's gonna spend his bonus action to probably pull it if you move. And you're gonna watch as he bloops out of existence and is straight down 60 feet, closer to the like at the edge of the drop off into deeper water.
Don't torment the Leviathan. He might come out and eat you. That is James talking, not Jordan.
Yep. And at that, Sorsha, you're up. He's 60 feet from the count. You're
I'm 40 feet away.
but angles and weirdness, you're probably about 40 feet still. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
3D movement is weird on a 2D platform, man.
You still
It is.
have
I'm keeping a visual.
insightful on it.
Yes,
oh, no,
you still
I
have
moved,
insightful.
And I moved forward.
Nope, not since the teleport. Because it
Oh.
happened after your turn, so you're still 40 feet away. Even with this teleport, I'll leave you at 40.
Okay,
Keeps t-
so
Oh, yeah,
I would
con
like
save.
to move 10 feet forward
Okay.
again.
For
And
harpoon.
yeah, and I will aim my harpoon at him again.
Alright, roll to hit.
14 for counts con
Uh,
save.
Is that another fucking 20? That's another fucking 20!
I think you found your weapon.
Yeah, I was like, nice, I gave her a different set of my dice, and apparently that's what I needed to be doing before.
No, it's all the harpoon gun.
Woo!
It's all the
Matt.
harpoon gun.
Just like the
Matt.
pepper box, or not the pepper box,
Yeah.
the fire starter or whatever.
Yeah, Robert?
I didn't know if you could hear the water slurping from the glass.
I can now! As Sorsha again, like, twirls on the spot, scoots forwards, pulls it out, and the other eye this time gets torn through.
I
The
got another
harpoon.
39.
Harpoon streaks through his eyes, and he looks at you with a very baleful, hating look now.
FYI, just to keep it in mind, Sorsha, one more shot and you have to reload.
Yeah, I know.
It
I
is
wrote
a
that
bonus
down.
action to reload.
And I still have a bonus action,
You
right?
still have a bonus action and 15 feet of movement.
So I actually have a question for you.
Yes.
So one of my bonus actions, it says I can make an insight or deception. Can I try to talk him into?
No. That it's not quite insight or deception. That's for insightful fighting, which means you make an insight versus deception.
She can also bonus action look around and find things.
Yes, she can also do
Oh.
bonus action like perception or investigation, but persuasion and stuff would still be an action effect.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there's no way for me to.
You can still
Fine.
talk, but it's just you don't get to make a roll for it.
Oh,
It's all down to how persuasive you are as a person.
not very.
But you can make an attempt if you would like.
6 seconds.
Yep.
Why do you think that we're Sith? You
right.
wasted some of my seconds by stuffing stuff in your mouth.
Me eating doesn't affect you. Everything works. Time works on my say and so in this technically, so you're fine.
Okay.
The loaf.
Just those 2 seconds you took saying, why do you think we're Sith, is all that matters.
And Shawnee, you are up.
No answer.
Ignored
I didn't answer you this time.
Oh no!
Fine.
So rude.
How far away am
Connie,
I?
it is.
No, I moved.
For you, 60 because you actively moved away.
60. Standard movement 30. So now I'm within 30.
Yep.
And honestly, these little harpoon guns are being awesome. And I have another shot I want to try out.
Go for it.
This
I
time...
drink for the turn.
Do what?
No sneak attack because nobody is within range.
Yeah, I know. But this might do something else because it applies a very specific debuff.
Okay.
Gonna make it a storm shot.
Is that a lightning damage?
It is.
Okay.
We are in water.
And if it hits him, it turns him into a lightning rod. So
We are
hopefully,
in water.
it'll make it more difficult for everything else to get hit.
We are in water.
After you roll your attack,
Let him
I
do
want
his
you to make
shit.
a d20 roll.
Okay.
Just because you're using lightning underwater.
It'll be fine.
Electricity underwater.
We are fine. Let's do this.
That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
Other roll is a 17.
The 17 will not hit.
No, I don't
Oh wait,
attack
that's,
twice.
that's my
the-
bonus D-roll roll. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking on that. All right, so you pull it out, you fire it, and you're like kind of hoping because electricity underwater is not the best of ideas, but it doesn't seem to jump off an arc at anything. Sorsha, you watch as a crackling harpoon bolt like races past fairly close, and then just slams into this entity. The bolt tears through it, doing about what you did before. Roll damage as lightning actually arcs through it, and it jitters like you would see normal people, like a normal humanoid, react to lightning.
11 piercing and 6 lightning damage, and now it has the lightning rod debuff.
Okay, hold on. Just a second. 11. 6 lightning?
Mhm.
And what does the lightning rod debuff do?
Basically, it makes it to where if there is going to be lightning, it's going to be hitting him. Until something hits him with lightning, he gets to live with that.
Okay. Anything else?
Bonus action, dash, I'm gonna go back where I was.
Alrighty, 60 feet away. Gotcha.
You-
I will say, when you did this, it looked like he had like the expression like he was about to reply, but this lightning has like just brought him right back down to where he was before with anger. And he was staring intently at you, Chani.
That's fine.
Oh,
Count, you are up. He is 60 feet from you.
Eric. Oh. I started to formulate a plan. Everything has changed.
Teehee.
Is it the teleporting?
The teleporting changed what I was gonna do, and then Eric sticking a lightning rod also affects this.
Alright. Well, you're 60 feet away. What do you do?
I'm going to unignite my lightsaber
Alright.
and stow it,
Okay.
and diagonal away from everyone else, 30 feet towards it.
Sluicing out to the side a bit. Okay. And now, you guys, watch his cat moves. He's effectively like everybody's still roughly in a cone normally from where he teleported down, and now the count's actively separated from the group and out to the side, 25 feet.
Lightsaber stowed.
Yep.
I will. Count will sit there and cross his legs in sort of a meditative pose underwater, just letting himself sink a bit.
You sink very, very slowly. I'll say
Yeah.
maybe sink 10, 15 feet down. I'll go with 15 feet down. I'll let you sink
And
because of
steady
all the
his
weight
breath-
on you.
steady his breathing from the flailing of rapid thrust going on before getting warped around, stabbed. He's gonna.
Now, I'll let you know. You're probably about 30 feet away because the diagonal and down.
Okay. I was gonna say, from a mixture of the pain, the flurry of battle, and the anger, he's gonna just my turn's just gonna be spent regaining composure and letting the mind flush out some, since he's been having battle flurry issues, and he's going to sit here and just think.
So nothing else for your action?
No, Count's just gonna try and calm himself and just let himself float in the water some.
Okay. Eva, you are up. You move forward the 25 feet. So you are now 55 feet.
Question.
Yes.
I rolled a 14 for the con save last time. Still good for my little bubble.
Yeah, he didn't do enough damage to beat that, so you're good there. Thank you for bringing that back up.
Yeah, I guess he's right on the outside of my bubble then.
Effectively, yeah. Tinging the edge. Eva, you are up. He is now 55 feet away because you move forward the 25. I'm sorry if this does sound arbitrary. I do have like something on here to keep track of everybody. It's just 3D diagonals and things like that are a little odd, you know?
Is he out of my shading range?
You could move within pistol range because you have 25 feet of movement. So 25, if you go down 25, for example, it would bring you to 30, which is within range of the pistol and harpoon.
I'll move and use this.
And you'd actually be right next to Sorsha, I believe.
Yeah. I'll just move and use pistol.
All right. Roll the hit.
22.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll your second to hit if you would like.
23.
That also hits. Can't really give you guys like a... He looks in this shape because he's shadowy.
Is his shadow flickering more than it should be?
No, not this time. Not at this time.
That's just when a lot of damage happens.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing.
Well, I was giving you an idea of how bloodied might work.
Yeah, I know. I see what you mean. But for something else, the other weird stuff applying here. What is your damage there, Eva?
The first one is 11.
11. All right. And your second?
1 second. $14.
All right, as Eva pinging right back around again because teleporting assholes down right next to Sorsha with her pistol ahead of her, fires off 2 quick shots that tear through him, disturbing a leg joint and his neck this time. But his eyes are still focused on Chani at the moment. Shek is doing anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty, Shek is doing his stuff.
Back there looting, stealing things.
Sure, that's what he's doing. Not going, oh Jesus, oh fuck, oh no, that guy wasn't drunk. He wasn't lying. And Joran,
Nope.
you are up.
He's contacting the Coast Guard.
Joran?
It'll be
Okay.
17 to hit on the first one and 21 to hit on the second one.
As you fire the first one, you just watch as he just still staring at Chani, just kind of like shifts to the side at a jerky pace, and it rockets past, but that shifts right into the second bolt. Second attack will hit.
And now I wait for roll 20.
Why does it take so
Is
long
it
to
having
roll?
problems tonight too?
Roll 20 is acting up. And I do not have physical dice on hand currently.
Fool.
11. 17 total damage.
Alrighty, that's pretty good damage.
One blow hitting max. Because I rolled a 3
Yep.
on the d4, but an 8 on the d8.
Maybe if you didn't have resistance to everything we did.
Hey, even resistance gives out.
I know.
Keep
I
hitting
know.
it.
I mean, the
And
first.
I'm going to try to get myself away from everyone, away from any possible lines of bullshit, other kind of fucking shit.
I'll
I
let you
wanna
spend
be alone.
I'll let you spend your movement. You'll
He
still
goes-
probably be about 70 feet away, but I'll let
That's
you spend
fine.
part of your movement to get out
That's
of line.
fine. I could be up to 130. I know this.
He
This-
goes
I will
directly
say
away
this.
from Chani.
This will bring you closer to the pit edge of the drop off.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Fuck it. It's fine.
Summon
let's-
the
let's
magical
invo-
Neopteron.
Let's invoke the Leviathan. Bring it. At least it won't resist
Alright.
all my damage. Anyway, go ahead.
With that, it's the librarian's turn. And
Are you okay? Are you okay, Chani?
Chani's fine.
he's
see about
staring
that.
at you. And you watch as the eyes flicker out like they're closed for a second. And he reaches a hand out to the side. And you all hear a loud, even through the water, cracking sound. Like something breaking. And that's its turn. As it's sitting there, eyes closed, holding on, trying to grab something. And Count, it surged bright in the force there when it went to do that again. Like, it's already
Alright.
bright, but it, like, redoubled down in intensity. And that's
Metaphorically.
its turn. Yep. Sorsha, you are up.
Oh.
Yes, he did not move. Yes, you do. That lasts for a full minute.
Max is not coming through on Discord.
She
Max,
is
we're not coming through on Discord. Sorry, I can hear her physically,
I know.
so...
You're fine.
I want to know how people can
16s and
keep dropping
12
like
for
that.
passives. Besides.
So unprofessional, Robert, getting text messages in the middle of D&D. How dare?
Hey,
You can't control
temples
that.
and tenets.
Why does
What about-
Discord hate me so much?
I don't know.
What about,
Discord
It
hates
hates
everyone.
what about passive? Count as 16?
Nope, I have it written down. I was just checking and muttering to myself. Alright, but yes, you are still within 30 feet. He has not moved any.
And I still have insightful fighting.
And you still have some insightful fighting. That just lasts for a full minute. And each round is 6 seconds, so it's 10 rounds in combat.
And it's been like, what, 4 or 5 now?
Hell yeah.
Like
This
like
is my
three.
third. This is my third.
okay,
You're
yeah,
right.
because you didn't do it immediately.
No.
Yeah. And it's the third round since you started using the harpoon, and there was one more round before that.
Yeah.
But she started using insightful fighting on the first round. She used the harpoon.
Yep. But what would you like to do?
I would like to take my handy dandy harpoon, who's had so much luck so far, give it a
I
little.
will. Yeah, you gotta reload. That's been 3 shots.
I know.
Bonus action to reload.
You
This
didn't
is
let
the
me
third round.
finish.
This is the
Yeah.
third
I
round.
said.
She hasn't. She
So
has.
I
She
have to
has
reload after I shoot.
yeah.
No, she shot 3 because she missed 1 and then hit twice.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, she has to.
Oh,
reload.
yeah.
My bad.
So you gotta reload
Well,
before you can fire.
I know, but you didn't let me finish what I was going to say, because I was going to say, I take my trusty harpoon gun, who has been so lucky to me, I give it a little kiss, and I reload it, and I
Okay,
aim it at the thing again.
roll to hit.
Exit against her goggles. Ow.
Basically.
blows some bubbles from the rebreather on it.
Oh, she's counting. She didn't roll a third critical.
25.
That'll hit.
I rolled a 19,
Oh.
so I was really
Sorry.
close.
Sorry, Matt, I didn't sip water that time. Hang on, let me do that for damage.
You only have a +6 to hit? Well, yeah, that makes sense. Wait, no, it doesn't. What's your dex?
Yep. 17.
6.
Ah, I see. Gotcha.
I have a +6 to hit.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was
Yeah.
a +3 or +4. Gotcha. You're fine.
It's just 4d6 this time. No fancies. No doubles.
Eric.
What?
My chest hurts.
I,
Shoot me. End my suffering.
16.
And did you add modifier?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Just checking to make sure you're doing that stuff.
I did that.
End
As
this
you
like
fire
old
up a
Yeller.
bolt, and this one goes through him. And I need to roll something. Alright, he's fine. Eyes not opening, no visible reaction, just standing there, hand out still.
Out
Am
of
I gone,
water.
guys? Nope, I'm here. You're gone.
Yeah, you're here. She's gone. Now she's back.
Yep.
Nope, she left. She's coming back.
It really does not like Max a lot at all right now. Maybe you have to update it.
Fuck! I forgot the bonus action here. Oh.
It did have an
Hello?
update. Yeah, it
Hello?
did have an update for you yesterday.
Yeah, it just had an update
Yeah.
for me too. Hello, Max. You're back.
Hello.
You're back. You have movement, and that's it. What would you like to do?
Oh god, all these harpoons we're firing are going down into the abyss. We're never getting
Yep.
them back.
we
Yep.
have plenty.
You guys had
Oh.
like 20 harpoons per gun bought, and you bought like 20 guns.
I know. I'm just saying, like, holy shit.
You guys have been marking off harpoons used, right?
No.
You actually didn't tell us how many we had each. You said not to worry about it for now.
I told you the total you had. It was up to you to divvy it.
I thought he said 20 each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark off 4 harpoons out of 20, so you have 16 left, max.
Okay.
And then you guys know what you guys have used. I think Eric's the only other one who's used it. So, on that note, anything else, Sorsha?
Nope.
Chani, then you are up.
Alright, he's obviously doing some sort of force magic. Nothing you can really do about that. It's obviously been corrupted and or lost its mind in some way, shape, or form. So, going for a Tracer Bolt upcast again.
Tracer Bolt upcast. Oh shit. Okay, roll to hit.
I have sniffed bay leaf.
Not dealing with this shit. Come on! Time to die! Got a natural 20.
Jeez.
All hail the bay leaf.
So that's 5d6. I think.
Yeah. 5d6 times 2 at second level.
Yep. Jesus Christ, my dice are fucking pissed. Gotcha,
Okay,
that's
that was
fine.
Behold the bay leaf.
6, 12, 17, 22, one more. 28 times 2. 56.
How would you like to do this?
Wow.
Yeah!
In the face.
In the face?
He won't look at us anymore, so let's make him open his eyes.
As it comes through and you slam through, it blows his face out. And the smoke's there. And the body's still there for a second. And it's just kind of sitting there, but the face isn't really forming back right. Like, the wisps are still floating around, but like almost as if it's on a current. The water that was always disturbed around him just dies down slowly. And you watch this starting at the feet. It starts to just leak out, dissipate some. And looking at some of the wisps floating through, little pieces come by. It's floating roughly in the head area still. You see it, like a piece will drift over where his eyes were, and they're still there now. For those of you close will notice that as it flips through, one's yellow, mostly yellow, and it drains some. And then hits the second one, and it's even less yellow, back to purple. And you just hear a quiet as it starts to dissipate the rest of the way. Rest, I see. Time to rest. And it just fades away, and the blackness starts falling backwards off the abyss edge.
Everyone, get back to the temple. We need to get out of We need to get out of open water.
Yep, out of the water.
Johnny, you swear to God, something's moving down there in the dark.
I'm ignoring
Just in a
it.
tinge of your vision.
Can we call a break here?
It's as good a place as any right now.
How's he record that?
What are you recording?
Whatever the hell I saw out of the corner of the thing. Because everything's in
Okay.
my visor, so logically I couldn't. You know.
Okay. No, yeah, you're right. I was curious to make sure.
Okay.
Question: how much did that kill by?
He did 56 damage,
Uh-huh.
and it was energy. So 28.
On break sign, go.
Yeah. 11 damage.
Non-critical wouldn't have killed.
No, it would not have.
I was the lightning was coming when it got to my round.
And I was gonna say that I'll put this out for count. You felt the energy as it dissipated. It started to lose that negative feeling it had earlier, until it went
Yeah.
back to normal and then dissipated completely.
I don't want to say any more for Johnny because we're on break.
Yeah, I was just telling that to count since he's the only one who can actually visually see it.
I was either gonna try talking or the lightning,
And
they stuck
lightning
a
wouldn't work
lightning-
this time.
but they stuck a lightning rod in it,
I,
so the lightning was coming. I'm going to the bathroom.
I
Okay.
wish I had a force caster. Because I had so many plans that I just couldn't do with Joran. Because all he knows is blaster.
If you are unhappy with Jordan at any time, let me know.
Oh no, I'm not unhappy.
A giant fish can
Hello.
come out of the left side of the screen and just ow.
Easily, like right now, anything could happen here.
Yeah, but no, I'm not unhappy. Joran's fine. Make it
That could have been bad. That could have been really bad.
Yeah.
If we made it back to initiative count 20, happening technically before Joran, that would have been bad.
I didn't think you were going to let me ready my teleport for whenever something came flying at me to dodge out of the way. So I went with damage.
Yeah, you can't really ready the bonus actions, can you?
Nope. It's not Dimension Door, it's just Misty Step.
Yeah, because technically you could use ready to action dimension door, couldn't you?
Yeah. And I guarantee, I don't see any attacks still hitting you after a dimension door ready.
I think the dragon's going to breathe fire at me. I'm
Oh,
just going
really?
to ready my action.
What are you readying your action for again?
Running the fuck away.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You guys, that could have been a lot worse,
Is there
but the
a force?
D6 recharge favored you guys.
Is there a force or tech power that is
My
equivalent
dice
to Fedor?
favored us.
I think there's a force one at minimum. I don't know the tech very well yet.
That's why I ask, as Eric's delving into the tech.
I'll be right back.
What was the force equivalent? I haven't looked into the
For
force
what?
yet. D-door.
I don't know.
Is there one for tech, or have you found one?
I don't know. I only have access to second level things. I'm just
Why don't you look at your other things?
because I don't have them.
But that doesn't make it.
I might never
He
have
has a
them.
point. He has a point.
But at the same time, it's always good to look at every available option, even if you don't have it, so that you'll know what you'll want at that level when you can use it.
But that just makes me confused.
Well, if you learn how to use it, it's not confusing. At least not in
Well,
my
I
opinion. That's how
know,
I've
but it
always
makes
worked.
it makes me forget what I have and what I don't have when I look at other things.
Well, I've always.
I think that harpoon gun's going to see a lot of above ground use.
Harpoon gun is my baby.
Not from Joran, because it's only a 30-60, and Joran's a long range.
Right over there.
Heard something? What?
But no,
Sorry.
if
with how much people are using them, I am going to start upgrading them to where it has an option of flick a switch and fire all 3 barrels.
Or just add the 4th barrel.
Oh yeah, I'll add the 4th barrel and then flick a switch, fire all 4 barrels.
Nah.
But I gotta
Yeah.
talk to Matt about
I was
that.
surprised you didn't ask for that, but then I realized time crunch, it would have been a bit much.
Yeah, it's a time crunch, so it's 3 barrels. You know.
I
you
want to
said
say
there was-
the Dimension Door equivalent, if it's not there, which I don't see why not since the Misty Step is, Chani could work on creating it at some point.
Well, I'll know that in many levels because
Yeah, if we make it to that level, which we might.
What is it called?
Probably force
I-
jump. Force.
No.
It's phase walk or something like that for the 30-foot teleport.
No, it's
So
not
I think it's just
phase one.
improved phase walk. No, because there's phase strike and then phase walk. I think it's improved phase walk.
Phase walk is
There's a-
30 feet.
There's a Misty
Yeah, no,
Step one.
improved. Yeah, improved phase walk.
I know.
Actually, yeah, it might be improved phase walk. Yeah.
Improved.
I will
Phase
say
strike.
the linear you have to learn this power to get to this power, then this power to get to this
No.
power.
Improved phase walk is only 60 feet.
Only 60 feet. That's the one that lets you teleport every ground, though, isn't it?
It's bonus action too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So that's
concentration.
that's far step at level 5. That's the effectively far step, right? From D&D.
Something like that, I'm sure.
Fuck, that thing had
I
a
think
lot of
so
health.
because
You,
it did.
if you're gonna go like, if you're gonna go, fuck's the word I'm looking for? Utility. Battle meditation's a good choice.
Yeah.
I like battle meditation.
No, count is not utility.
I know. I'm just saying if
But
you
you
ever
guys were
go
trying to-
utility, battle meditation's nice.
Yeah, it had a lot of health, but you guys were trying to disperse an entity of force reinforced by 2 high-level force users.
Which is stuff
Both
we don't know
itself-
yet, so shush.
Well, no,
At least-
Count knows. Count knows because it's self and then the dark force that barreled into it.
At least on the first round, I fucking dropped close to
80
100
damage.
damage. Yeah,
That's whirlwind. Yeah.
cut into fucking half. So still,
No, I think you did 62 after it was halved.
I hit above. It was above 100 total.
Oh, no, I said after it was halved.
Swisha is very proud of the way that
Fucking Sorsha
she
with
did.
her criticals in that gun.
she's very happy with how things went with this gun.
I could
There
theoretically
is-
enhance it for you as we go along.
Yeah, that's true. That is, I want to point out, I know in D&D, technically your enchantment's supposed to be straight. Like, you're supposed to go day after day working on it. In this, since it's mechanics, you can split up the work. There's going to be certain there'd be certain, like,
There.
exceptions to this rule, I feel like. But for the most part, you could split it up because it's mechanical stuff. You could come back.
I would say when it has to do with mechanical and tech power stuff, it can be split up in between days. But when it
Force
comes to
stuff
force
is a little
power,
different.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
It would
say you
depend
have
on what
to
you're
focus-
trying to obtain.
Yeah,
Let's
Because
just
some
say
things
it
you can leave set and
probably wouldn't be impossible to put a little arc generator on your spear gun.
Yes.
No,
As
not at all.
just as a side note, there does not seem to be any type of detour like thing.
It wasn't there.
I
Nope.
mean, to be fair, they commented teleporting through the force was extremely dangerous, so maybe they stuck with the
Yeah.
ones within a certain range to keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Teleporting at all in force is dangerous.
Okay.
yeah.
Anything else
The
keeping
biggest
us on
one I found
break?
was the 60 feet.
I think we're all back. Is Hope
Yeah.
back, or did she ever leave?
She didn't leave. She's
Okay.
just sitting over there.
Hang on,
okay?
I'm changing. Hang on, I'm changing my Discord image.
Holy!
Oh God.
I mean, there's a thing that has a range of 500 miles.
Is that like the 7th level
Project
teleport?
hologram. It's a
Project
project hologram.
That's
pretty good.
astral
Oh,
projection.
I know that. No, that's project self
Yeah, that one.
or project image. Astral projection is the 9th level one. For the
I have
astral
got
plane.
my friend. I'm dumb.
No, you're not dumb. I was just
There's no
Habit
there's
dimension.
no equivalent D-door like thing.
yeah. There's
Damn.
force project too for a force version of that
Yeah.
to
All right.
copy what.
All right.
Oh no. What did you do? Is that bay leaf?
For
That is
context,
Bailey.
Robert
Bailey.
changed his Discord icon to a bay leaf.
Of course he did.
So, if there's nothing else, I'm going to remove my on-break thing.
Alrighty.
And I didn't even go look at it. Eh.
We can check the recordings later. We got more important stuff. Coming back, as this entity drifted off, dissolving.
And
into
we
the
started
lower shelves.
swimming manically back to the fucking temple.
And everybody hauled ass away from this because nobody likes the abyss. And Chani's pretty sure something's staring back.
90 feet every 6 seconds? Yeah.
Here's the real question. Did you blink, Chani?
Huh?
Did
Mortimer.
you stare into the abyss? Did you blink?
It's fine. Mortimer's recording. The best. Mortimer doesn't need to blink.
Well, Mortimer's
Alright.
not my personal advisor, probably is, since you know. Helmet.
I will say, there was that movement that you saw something moving. Chani, not Chani, sorry. Chani obviously saw it. She was talking to you. Sorsha,
Yes.
you also saw something at the edge of the vision move when the wisps hit towards just the edge. The dissolving wisps did.
Sorsha's gonna put that in the midnight bank.
Alright, everybody heading back to the temple. So, Frantic Mugwag is swimming later, and everybody back inside to it, just at the front gate of it, breathing a little heavy. Sucking air. About this time, Shek swims out the front and looks visibly confused.
Is everyone okay?
Well, I'm doing a bit fine over here.
Nobody asked you.
I believe he said everyone.
Joran just kind of puts an arm
Wait,
like he's holding his ribs and in immense pain and just says, I could do with a very long nap and some very good food, but otherwise I'm alright.
I got some bunks up on the ship.
She'll
But,
get out.
How did you guys get out here?
My stab wound hurts.
Johnny will grab 2 med packs from her pouch and just toss it at one at each of you two.
I think the med packs are nice. I don't think they're gonna heal any broken bones. Oh.
We still have to figure out whatever's in this place, and since that thing isn't here anymore, I don't know, this entire place might come crumbling. Something went crack. We need to hurry up back where we were and figure out if there's any information we still need. We don't have time to sit around right now.
How's
Was
the
the
time on
med pack thrown at
everyone's
me?
breather?
I know.
Was the
Let's
med
get
pack
to
thrown
it.
at me?
You want one?
I was just asking.
They're the ones that
for
were complaining, but if you're
clarification.
just like holding hands out like, oh, then sure.
No, I'm good. I have some.
Okay.
I'm
gonna-
sorry.
I'm gonna immediately, like, basically as soon as it was thrown at me, he just goes,
Yep, 2d4 plus 2.
Sorsha's just gonna like look at their guide, and her nose, like her nostrils are just gonna flare as she's like glaring at him because he ran away like a coward.
Are you actively saying anything?
No, just
Big sniff.
yeah.
I am going to swim up to him and
Think we're walking.
and say to him, I am going to swim up to him and say to him, next time you run from combat when I'm near you, expect a blaster bolt to the back, because I don't deal with cowards.
Oh, you
You
mean
had your-
the obvious archaeologist who isn't ready for any of this kind of stuff, mind you, wanted to
You
live.
had your chance to flee. I told you to leave before this all started, and you didn't. So you deal with your consequences. You
And
don't-
I did. I did not ask you to deal with it afterwards. I took steps to keep myself safe, sir.
Come now, enough violence. Everyone's breather's okay. How much time do we have?
Probably a good 45 minutes on these tanks still.
About an hour before we'd have to change anything.
Do we still get the whispering?
Are you guys going back in then?
Yeah,
Nope.
we have learning to fucking do.
Re-navigating, you guys aren't hearing any whispering this time through.
Johnny, let's head straight back to the library and find you something to plug into and work with.
We'll do what we can.
Heading back to the library.
Might as well.
Taking the roundabout route because that's the one you guys know at least. Getting back underwater.
On
No,
the
no,
way,
no.
I'll once we start getting towards like the training room and back towards the library, I'll pop another sense force. Since that's definitely gone by now.
Yeah, probably. Nothing happens along the way to there, but you are, as you guys enter the library, you're starting to get some pings on stuff. But heading back into the center where you saw the working computer last is where you think you heard that noise earlier, because there was that circular bit in the middle from which he projected something out of last time. It got tore out by something, and it brought back down on the data banks, on the computers there. As it was coming forward, it looked like it was like lifted up and then dropped on something, basically.
Lost me at working computer.
Said working
Wait,
computer was
that is-
basically ripped out of the ground and thrown and broken.
No.
Okay.
There was the circular. There's the circle of computers around it, and the projector piece in the middle was risen up, like it was tore out forcefully, and it tore up some. And then when it was dropped, it smashed a good most of the remaining.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
What ping on count radar?
A couple of different points in the library, as you've been swimming through.
Anything you can salvage that'll tell us what the hell that the Hall or Kron thing is. We can get the hell out of here. He didn't get to explain it before apparently dark Sithy nonsense happened.
I can see if I can find what equates to memory banks in this thing. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get into it, given it's all kind of... She'll just gesture. But we could
All right.
probably find a different place to hook things up at once we have the stuff. I don't really know what I'm looking for, though.
I don't think any of us do. Let's just get to it.
What'd you say, Robert?
Count will wander around to the pings.
All right. I'll let you make a technology check, Chani, to see if you can harvest something, the way you put it.
Okay, my dice were very feast or famine today.
Yep.
Do you
We'll address each one as we go.
Eh,
So you can start.
the feast continues.
Yep. Do you want me to sniff the bay leaf more?
No, it's fine. I'm back to the land of high pluses. That's a 27.
Pilfering through, digging through, probably getting somebody to help you move a couple pieces.
Mhm.
Probably Eve off everybody because she can move some hefty amounts, especially underwater. You salvage together what seems to, what effectively you could think would be some sort of data storage device. It's very old, very archaic tech, as I stated last time.
Mhm.
But to the best of your knowledge, this is what would hold data. And you get it relatively unharmed, besides the fact it's been underwater.
Well, I'm assuming everything's waterproofed. At least somewhat. I think I've got
Well,
everything
it
I
takes
can from
probably
here.
40-ish minutes to harvest through everything, disconnect it without damaging anything.
In the meantime,
I'll move on to Count, since he knew what he wanted to do. To Sorsha, Count, not Sorsha, Sorsha, Jordan, and Eva, think about what you guys want to do while I'm going through with Count here. Count, you said you were searching through the pings, using the force. Make an investigation check, but use the force.
Yay, charisma.
Because that's how you're actively digging through things.
17.
Going through the pings, you see mostly what's history book for the most part. You find put down probably 2 history books that register. A couple of the pings seem to have been former ones, but the casing on it cracked and water seeped in. and basically destroyed it. It still responds somewhat, but nothing legible seems to be left in the books.
All right.
And then you find 2 more books. These 2 stand out more than the rest. These are important books. One, taking a quick.
Robot.
You're gonna need to start again after whatever it is you said at 1. Whenever you hear me again.
Can you hear him?
No.
They can't hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
I'm
Perfect.
pretty sure I heard him in the background.
Yeah, I heard him in the background. That's about it.
It's okay.
I would like to rage
Ah,
at Discord.
Technical difficulties galore.
it's
Where was I?
that could be worse.
You cut off at 1 when you started to talk about a book.
All right, like I said, can't open the books right now. You're underwater. But flipping over one of the cases, you see a book inside of it that looks mostly almost like an old leathery bound one, and embossed in the front, it looks like a chain, but it's broken in the middle. But those are
Alright,
the
then.
notable finds.
That is one book. What is the other book?
The other book has plain cover. It doesn't have anything on it. It's just, but you can't flick through anything since you're underwater right now.
Okay, you said 2 history books, broke chain book, and other
And
book.
a plain back book.
All right.
Eva, what would you like to be doing?
Mm.
Well, you had her help me out, so if she doesn't have anything else, then that's easy enough.
I suppose so.
I mean, any kind of computer system that is on in quotation marks, Jordan will be pointing out like, "Hey, maybe this works."
So
Right, that
apparently Jordan
works.
was also helping me. Fine.
Okay. That leaves Sorsha. What would you like to have been doing during all this?
Sorsha is going to walk up to. She assumes Joran since everyone else is busy, and she's going to like hold her harpoon gun in her hand, like stroking the top of it very gently because she loves this thing with all her life. And she's gonna go, "Can you make this even better than it is now?"
Yes. There's another computer. It looks on.
Touch.
Would you help me with it? Because I don't know how to do it.
Yes. Another computer over there.
Okay. Kinda preoccupied.
So
I'm
she's
pointing
just
them
gonna,
out.
like, give
Jordan's like in a public.
Jordan's
Jordan's
just gonna give like a double thumbs up with like a toothy smile and just go, "Cool." And then she's gonna like back away slowly and she's just gonna wait.
Watch your oxygen
Jordan?
timer.
Jordan's just like at a public library pointing out every computer as he walks by.
Pretty much, yeah. He's lost
I do
his
wish to
fucking
ask.
place.
You got high with a 27. Is there anything else you're gathering from this, Chani?
She's trying for useful data, so I don't think that she's going to be able to put anything back together and read off of it, so anything that looks good, high, decent quality that I might be able to make something out of that isn't part of, necessary materials for looking things up, then sure.
Holocron stuff.
Problem is everything is like kind of low tech in comparison to what you would use.
Well, yeah, but there's also a chance that I'd run across something using, like, force magic, and that might still be able to do something. Like, he just said a holocron in there or something. I don't know.
The only thing of note might be a crystal at the top of the projector.
I look at it, and then I turn around looking for Countess nearby.
Probably a ways off in the library. He got fairly deep into it during the searching.
Hey, Count, can you come here a
Communicators.
sec? And then once
Yeah.
he comes into view, point.
I got some books, Johnny.
Keep him dry.
Any ping on the crystal there?
No, it doesn't register in the force.
Doesn't ping in the force, but could probably use it for something.
She'll shrug and put it in her back.
All right.
We'll fly along we'll just fly side by side with another ship and use it as a projector and watch a movie on the side of their ship.
There you go. But not a lot survived the library. There's probably other books like you see check off in the distance, gathering books, but the count probably passed them at some point. None of them register off like what you were looking for the force.
Find anything useful down here? Any focusing crystals? Anything? Count.
I doubt they keep them actually here in the library. If we want to look around more, we can probably find other stuff.
Well, I think we've probably... She stops and listens for the lack of whispers. Taken care of everything in here unless there's something else. Keep us appraised.
If anything, we can leave, get more rebreather charges, and come back better in mind, body, and spirit, and go through another thorough expedition here, assuming it doesn't sink overnight or anything.
I think we probably want to spend as little time here as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got books. You got data. Loot things on the way back. Head back to the ship.
All right.
Any opposition?
Alrighty, sounds like we're heading back to the ship then.
Anything along the way for pinging on the way back?
That probably took up most of your time with the force to gather everything.
Fair enough. You did. I
Just
mean, I
'cause
would have.
You spent.
Yeah.
You spent a little bit of time searching.
You did say some things pinged along the way, though. So can I investigate to?
They didn't
find
start pinging until you really got into the library. Like
Okay.
the pinging would be similar force energies. You pass by the library on the other side of the wall.
Okay. Well, I do remember you said there was a training room along the way. Can we
Yeah.
take a look in there?
You can take a look in the training room on the way back. It's like, I believe that was in the Angle Deep Water area. What are you looking for?
I was just gonna see if there was any parts or other old tech that could be used.
Make an investigation check. Just a
Is
straight
your-
normal investigation.
Okay, I was gonna say, Joran, might be weapons.
Sure, we don't have a lot of time, but sure, I'll help you look around, I guess. Have advantage.
The first roll was a 12. The second was a 13. So a total of 14.
Looking around, you don't find much of anything that would pertain to that. It's maybe it would be like old wrappings on some stuff that somehow have survived this long, but nothing stands out here. It seems mostly like a platform area.
Okay, no weapon parts or anything. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that gave it away was like racks, basically, that you'd recognize would hold stuff.
Well, don't see anything. Guess they put everything away. Or deteriorated over time. So, anyone want to look
Yeah.
through the door with blood on the wall?
I don't really see a reason why not to.
Stopping at the blood on the wall door. Alright, so you open up the door, and then you walk forward, and you remember how the entrance to the library had a stairwell going down, and then stairwells on each side of that one going up? You're on the balcony above that. Like this is where the staircase is going up led to.
Good exploration.
So
It
we
was,
good here? We're getting the fuck out?
Right there.
There's a third door. It probably just leads back down to the library, looping around somewhere.
More than likely.
Quick looker back up.
I vote back up. I've spent enough time underwater.
Either one's fine by me. I just don't really want to come back through the water. I want to go through that large stretch of water as little as possible, because there's something down there. And the longer we wait here, the more likely it is to kind of fuck off.
Count will run over and poke the door button to see if there's anything behind the other door.
It's more hallways.
Does it
Pretty
look like it
similar
leads
to.
back? Does it look like it leads back down?
It looks like it leads off similarly to the door that you guys went down the first time.
I'm just gonna
But
assume
the
this goes
opposite.
back down to where we already were. All
Alrighty.
right.
Anything else while you're all down here?
Nah.
So who's up for seafood and beer?
Anything just out of the water.
Alrighty, heading back up to the ship. Getting back up, hauling your your hauls back onto the boat with check probably having a fairly large bag, like waterproof bag, mostly filled with tomes and small like little knickknacks and relics that were down there. And he'll just be like, "All right, back to land with y'all." I did that wrong.
Add a little southern.
Yeah, I'm not great at accent. Can't tell.
Well, I didn't seem to detect any more negativity down there. No one heard any more voices, right? I think you're good to lead more archaeology down there.
And I do appreciate that with y'all helping me out down there. But think it'll be a little bit before I come on back.
Don't blame you there.
You know, give it a bit of time to calm down, just in case there's a little bit of extra hanging on down there. As he's sorting stuff out and firing up the engine.
Sit down
Okay,
on
so
the
it's about a
sit down on the boat, undo the helmet, sigh, the heaviest of sighs.
look over paranoid back at the water again.
Not particularly.
Oh no, I was making a joke. But he'll fire up the engine and start back. It's before it seemed about a 2 or 3 hour boat ride out. It's about the same back.
Checking various
Anything
footage
happen
things
along
with
the way?
Mortimer, making sure everything's still fine.
Yeah. Everything seems to be working fine. Going back through footage. At the very end there, you do see the water disturbance still on the recording.
As
You
in,
didn't
after
see
it
anything
disappeared
that made it.
for us?
After the thing, the entity, the librarian, started to like dissipate into the wisps, and they were drifting back off, down farther into the ocean. Once they hit like towards the end of edge where the vision would be, they like water movement, and they get pulled off.
Okay.
While we're on the ship heading back, or wherever we are, heading back. So she's just gonna like get in the corner with her crossbow, and she's just gonna like hold it, and she's
Harpoon
gonna
gun.
take a little. My harpoon gun. I'm gonna hold it, and I'm just gonna take a little nap.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys want a short rest, you would effectively have a short rest during all this.
Jordan, you're gonna need to pimp that thing out. Kinda
Yeah.
angling a glance
know.
towards Orsha in her corner.
I know. I need to heal these broken bones first. Because, you know, kinetic
Sorsha gives
damage
her
straight to
harpoon
ribs.
Oh, yeah.
gun just a little.
Yeah, that was a
kiss.
heavy blow.
Shit hurts, dog.
Oh yeah, 19. That'd kill a normal person 3 times over. But before long, if you guys don't have anything else, you all arrive back to the Altai City.
Hello?
What up?
Hello?
I like the idea that Jordan's patching up his wounds over there for being like 60 feet away while Count was just getting blasted in the face.
I mean, we took equivalent damage, to be honest.
I know, I know, it's just like the matter of perspective. That
Yeah.
like Jordan's just off in the background, it just raises its hand up to Count, just, oh no.
Yeah, but Count can effectively just duck in the hands above him now. Joran, on the other hand, it can take its time to aim, right? But you guys are back. He unloads, helps you guys unload. Is like, well, I don't know about all you, but I'm a bit tuckered out, and I'm gonna go probably call it for the night. Sort this stuff in the morning for me.
Fair enough.
If you guys want a drink, I'll drink me there tomorrow. If you guys need anything else, please don't drag me to any more sites right now.
I do believe we have people to call, Tony, right? Or do we need to look over the shit we found, or what? I don't know. Let's just do it.
Well, they're the
hate
most
this
likely
water
to
planet.
have the means of which I could use to actually look at this stuff, I have to think.
I hate this water planet. I hate it.
Could have been
I wanna
worse.
get off- I want to get off this water planet. That's the problem. I want off this water planet because it could be worse. Ugh.
Could have been a deep sea dive.
Don't let me think about that. I like the water, but I don't like deep ocean.
Dawn power suits, brothers.
Then again, I'm pretty sure
Anything-
every human on the planet has fear of deep ocean.
Let's just
Nope.
spend the night trying to, decompress and do everything that we need that's necessary, and tomorrow we'll head off toward Coruscant again. I guess. Probably.
Oh, god damn it. Call that nerd up and make sure it's okay for us to come back before we do that.
Well, yeah, but I'm in no hurry.
Neither am I. Other than just wanting to get off this planet and not go back in that. And he points at the ocean.
Okay.
So calling it for the night.
Oh yeah, Jordan's going to bed. Not saying anything, he's going to bed, taking his fucking wetsuit off, making sure all his shit's not rusting, because saltwater sucks.
Just take another
So going
shower
over
in your suit.
Count,
So,
you want to take
going
part in the
over your
debrief?
armor, taking care of it.
I heard my name, what?
Count, you want to take part in the debrief?
Yeah,
Alright.
Count to join in for that. Do you
And,
want to read or go through the data before we call them?
Well, I don't think that we have anything that we can really use to get into this.
I have books I can read.
Well, fair. So, let's see what we can get before then.
And, no, I am stripping everything off to take a shower this time.
Fair.
Because I have to make
So
sure there's
time
no
down
rust.
there.
Except the
time
helmet.
down there. Time traveling. It's probably 5 or 6 in the evening. So grabbing food and head into a hotel. You can probably find a hotel for 30 credits a night each.
Sounds fair.
And that would give everybody
Ah.
their own room if they wanted
No.
it, or you could buckle
Stop.
up.
Sorry. I just had a dog shove her nose in my face and it was cold and wet.
Fair.
Then she licked me on the side of the mouth. Can you not? Can you not?
Gross.
How about no? Don't do that again.
Can I help you?
How long? You said you wanted to read the book. How long would you like to read before making the call, and which one?
I'd imagine that we would disperse the work between us and see if either one can find anything interesting.
Uh,
Mute yourself if you're gonna make out with your dog.
I'm sorry.
Please, bestiality is not a joke. We do not need to hear it.
I was nuzzling my dog and she just shoved her tongue down my throat. It was disgusting. It wasn't expected.
Yeah, you're right. That is pretty disgusting. Now,
Who's reading what book? And for how long?
I'll give Chani the blank one, and I'll Count will read the broke chain. Chani, if you start hearing any voices or feel any weird things in your head, let me know. We should probably stop reading at that point.
fair.
Alright, so we will start off with, of the two.
My dog is such a
Hold
needy
up, I'll
bitch.
hit pause. Does anybody else have something they would like to be doing this evening? Jordan's taking a shower and cleaning all of his gear, and probably crashing after that from what he said.
Yep.
Is he showering with his helmet on?
No. He's getting his own
Proper
room,
wash.
and I'll mock off the 30 credits.
Proper Rosh. That leaves Eva and Sorsha.
Sorsha's just gonna eat, shine her harpoon gun, like spit shine it, like a little, and
That sounds a lot less like. That sounds a lot less like spit shining, a lot more like something else.
Stop.
So taking the evening to recover
yeah.
after that. Alright, Eva, what are you doing?
I was gonna say I was gonna go eat as well. I was just gonna go eat and relax and just gonna
Alright,
Thank-
so
about life, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, you just saw ghosts. Ghost just died. It was weird.
I do have
It's
to
a
ask,
crisis.
as we just killed a massive force ghost, is that a level up?
You'll find out later.
Damn it.
For several of them, this might have been their first time being touched by the Force.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna point out to everyone. Everyone except Count,
And Joran,
and even Count here. This is disturbing. This is something off. You've never really run into this kind of stuff.
Joran's been touched by the force before. 'Cause
I'm not talking
Count-
about touched by the Force. I'm
I know.
talking about the ghost. That's what I'm referring to here. I get what you're saying, though.
I know, I was just saying because Count said that a lot of people had first time touch with the force shit.
But yeah,
Just
Um,
not to this extent.
think about that. And we'll go to starting off with Chani's book. You're reading it, looking through what's like a rough index. This is a handwritten book.
Oh boy.
It's very legible handwriting. It's very nice. It's an older
Not as oh
form
boy.
of Galactic Basic. Like it'd be the effective of we're reading ye old English, like us modern day reading ye old English.
Fun.
Ye olde galactic.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could read that better than I could read actual English, so.
So it's
I'll be
very very legible handwriting, very like flowery and extravagant language, but it seems to be describing a form of combat used by them. And what you're getting to start with use is the summary is like an odd form of wielding a lightsaber. Mentioning like it's difficult, not very common, but some people could wield the lightsaber when it wasn't in their hand.
Well, that doesn't seem
But a lot of it's
particularly.
jargon for the Force that doesn't really register with you.
Okay, so she'll continue doing a quick skim of it to see if there's anything that manages to stick out between or outside of here is technique how to use force make lightsaber swing.
It's mostly just it is effectively a book of technique,
All
or
right.
like a way to use it on this case.
Okay. Duly noted. Any other book?
All right, for count. Opening up and reading it. The overlay that seems to be happening here is like the oversummary is. It was a book written, and this is the book that was like hidden like off in the side, deep down, very out of the way spot, right? It starts to describe and open up. It talks about almost like an equivalent of a Jedi temple, but for a Sith, a dark side user. And it goes into details about whether they're real or whether they're fake. A lot of the theories. The writer of the book seems to believe it's real, but getting past his conjecture and theories and arguments on just its existence versus anything else, that would take most of the night. But you're still only like a partial way into the book.
Johnny, how's your reading going?
It seems to mostly be about some using a lightsaber while not touching it kind of stuff. It's a combat something. You might benefit from looking at it.
I'll definitely have to read that later. This book deals with Sith or some dark side users of debate over a temple or not, whether it actually exists. A lot of imposed conjecture, arguments for it.
Some ancient Sith temple? Well, if they don't already
Temples.
have that. Ancient temples. Are there directions to them all?
Haven't gotten that far yet.
I'm sure your Sentinel friends will appreciate those.
Probably have more knowledge on it to help as well.
It looks like that's
I
all.
also have 2 other books.
Say again?
I have 2 other books as well.
Ah,
But for tonight, I think I've had enough reading.
well, we could probably spend like 15 minutes and just read like random pages, get a quick summary of what we think that they might be about. Because if we're sending a status report to the Sentinels, we may as well take care of it all in one thing.
Alright, I'll hand Shawnee one of the 2 books.
One of the 2 history books.
Yep.
Just doing like random skim pages, things like that.
Index, glossary.
Index glossary. It's detailing previous periods of, as you can guess from its location where you found it, different interactions of the Force, the Jedi versus the Sith, the history, different encounters. You catch up a couple of like important battles or problematic things that we're working out, different techniques, but nothing detailed since you're not reading too deep in. It's a lot of history on the Force.
Well, these offer a perspective. If anything, paired with the other book, we might be able to find some locations for things.
Alright. Mine's pretty much the same.
Taking a second to look, are they just 2 issues of the same book?
No, they're not. They don't seem to be, at least.
Now, do we want to report in the morning or after we finished going through these?
Well, I was gonna send them something tonight. Because we technically did stuff tonight. So that way we know if they want to send us back to Coruscant to go look at things or if they have somewhere else they want us to go.
Fair. Frankly, we could probably finish reading any of these and do another update with travel time for anywhere.
So is there anything you want to do here? Or am I good to get the connection set up?
No. Go ahead, Johnny.
Alright, I'll let you say hi. I think that they might like you a little bit more. And she'll get it all set up. Matt?
All right, opening the call.
Okay.
Are you calling anybody in particular, or just opening up the channel?
Count would know who call. And if the one guy who saw us off planet is
We call
still
Sata.
there.
You call Sata.
We call Sata.
Let me look at travel time. I told you 5 days. 2 here. All right, so opening the call, trying to ping through to Sata's any kind of communication for him. A couple of tries later, just keeps ringing and nobody's answering it.
Maybe he's busy with something.
All right. Well, next option.
Hmm. Can I attempt to call Marav? Hello?
I'm trying to think if Hologram has like a tech thing, or if you can just be like, "Hey, could you call this person?"
Well, I mean, I figured we might have exchanged information since we did a few days of training together. So if he's a potential available to call.
Let me. Okay, yeah. I guess that would have come up since he said if you had needed anything else, let us know. You could attempt to call Marv.
Let's see if this call with Tiger Man goes great.
Oh, that hurts. But opening up the call, this one takes probably takes 2 or 3 attempts. But after on the third one, a little clustered, out of breath. Definitely not the cleanest, like slightly soot covered. It looks like there's been singe marks on his fur, but Mrav indeed answers. You do
Have
see
I
like
called
the
it a-
peakings of armor against like at the bottom of it and on his head.
Have I called at a bad time?
Not a particular one. We were wrapping things up.
We have some things to discuss.
He raises an eyebrow. Does this have to do with what you were sent out by Sata to do?
We have books. We fought Force Ghost. We fought a rather ancient Jedi Force Ghost who was possessed or influenced by some tendril of dark side energy that flowed into it. A lot of stuff.
Sounds like quite the story.
We tried calling Sata since he was the one who'd sent it out, but no response from him.
He'll frown a little bit like that. Just that's odd. He very, very rarely does not pick up anything.
Oh, I was under the assumption
Very
that
rarely does he not sleep in his lab. Even half the time we can pick him there, if nothing else.
I figured he was doing lab work.
He has a communication set up in the lab for that very reason. Because he's usually in it and we need to get a hold of him.
No answer.
I might have to look into that after we get off of this.
Well, if you didn't pick up, we were just going to call the headquarters on Coruscant and see who would answer.
Probably one of the mini receptionists. But nope, this will do. Would you like to explain that rather interesting opening statement?
So, when we first got here, we arranged a guide to take us through here. They had said that throughout the course of their archaeological trips that they had gone down there, they had been hearing voices the entire time. More centered and more louder, sort of disturbing once they got further and further into the temple. Upon getting there ourselves, we could definitely confirm that there were voices penetrating everyone's minds, including non-force sensitives. Exploring throughout the Jedi Temple, they're mostly just rotten, abandoned. All the archaeological people had pretty much left once the voices started occurring. Someone had lost their arm at one point. But getting more so to the point, getting to the library of the temple, after dealing with several force spirits or entities along the way, which I have no explanation for what they were doing. I am ignorant in that matter, sadly. But they were releasing wails of pain and not evil signatures, more neutral. I think whatever influenced the librarian of the temple was influencing them as well, and either causing them some sort of pain or warping what they were doing there. Getting actually into the library, we attempted to look around and gather information we could before the librarian there manifested in a rather large, shadowy form. And we were making some leeway in getting information and history out before some tendril of negative, just twisted energy seemed to come from nowhere and flow into it. I wouldn't say possessing, but it warped the librarian's view to one more so of hatred and everything being negative.
What time did that occur?
Johnny will real quickly, like,
Yeah,
power scrub through the
Johnny
timeline.
Charlie can look that up in the recording.
5 days travel, 6th day. So on the 7th day after departure, it happened around 3 in the afternoon.
She
With a
realized.
quick, scan through all that, and he'll just frown a bit deeper. That coincides with what happened here. One timing.
And Chani's recovered some sort of data, but we haven't been able to access it yet. However, we were able to acquire 4 books of noteworthy. There's 2 history books written from the Jedi's perspective, 2 different ones. They seem to go over a lot of battle records and accounts of other history. There's a combat manual of some kind, and then this one. And I'll show him the one with the broken chain there.
Look at it and just have a standard, just his normal face looking at it. And just side note, by the way, Chani, you have never seen a Targaryen before. This is your first encounter with one.
All right.
And it went over debates of multiple Sith or dark side temples existing throughout the galaxy, whether they were real or not, and possibly locations. At least a combination of the history books and this might provide some use, along with whatever can be scrounged out of the data there, if we can get that up and working.
Young miss, can you forward that recording and possible, how to put this, location, geographic location, altitude, or not necessarily altitude, but direction and location on the planet of the time you mentioned the Force attack on the ghost, the Force spirit?
I don't think we really caught anything visually with that. I know Count was looking into the Force or something around that time, but yeah, I can.
It's less to do with visual, but timing and location.
I can send you what you need.
We did record almost everything here, so if you want to sift through the location of the entire temple, that could probably be arranged. Although that's several hours of footage.
We might have missed something that Mortimer glanced at. Matt, if you're talking, I don't hear you.
You're gone. Yep.
At least it only gets one of you at a time.
Yeah.
If you both get got, we're screwed.
It always cuts me off.
Yeah.
At least it cuts you off before you at the start usually.
Assuming.
What was I saying when it cut me off?
We heard nothing. We heard nothing that you said.
Well, no, what did I last say when it cut me off? Because everything kind of went train like for me.
You hadn't started yet.
We got to where Count was talking about having everything recorded, and he asked about that specific time. Then I mentioned maybe Mortimer glanced at something that we missed, and then I think that was it.
Okay, he just please forward that to Satavan and have it in his invoices. He will receive it whenever he finishes up with whatever's keeping him away. He's much better at sifting through data for important notes than I.
Would you like a copy as well, just in case?
You did
alright,
note that him not
got my
responding was
hands
very
full.
strange.
Yeah. I have my hands full at the moment. I won't have time to sift, but if I need a copy, I can request it from him.
Is
In the
there anyone
meantime-
else we should talk to in these matters?
I'll ask some, but for the meantime, rest, recover. It sounds like a rather troublesome mission. And then I suppose report back to Coruscant when you're fully recovered from this incident.
The Force Ghost made a physical blade.
He'll stop at that point and just a physical one, like, and he pulls up one of the lightsaber hilts.
And Count will wave a hand no and lift up his shirt and undo some of the bandages from the first aid kit and show him the slash wound.
That is quite a new one, I must admit. We've seen the occasional Force Ghost, but nothing that could summon a weapon. Let alone that one that physically impacted things. Generally well, it's more of a mental trauma or effect normally. That bears investigation. And the coordinates are in the data packet for what you would send, you said?
Yeah.
We'll have to send somebody to take a deeper look.
I can go ahead and send you just that part cut out. It should only take like a minute. And I'll send the entire data package to the other one.
That'll do. I have somebody here that would probably like the location at the least. But if you have anything, do you have anything else you require at the moment? Unfortunately, I am a bit busy at the moment.
I'll get things sent off. Our next order is to return to Coruscant. So, okay.
Alright. And I thank you for your assistance. Oh, and before I leave, Count, try not to get involved with those again. Took quite a bit of clout to swing all of this. Did I cut out again?
I
No,
still
you're
hear
good.
you.
No.
Okay, it was just quiet. I wanted to make sure.
Robert cut out.
Oh,
I could see his little ring moving, but he's not talking. I will say, and as this little technical difficulty break, I'm going to be sending a written message, not a vocal message, a written message to the Mandalorians of the entire encounter, because I doubt very many Mandalorians have had to fight anything Force related. So he's just going to be giving out an entire detailed battle plan.
okay.
Shoot
Just an
them.
update on things that work and don't work.
Yeah, in all Mandoa.
Okay. But what part did you miss, Robert?
Oh no, it cut out when I started to talk. You
Okay.
said you said don't It took a lot of clout to pull. Don't get involved. Or
Try not to get involved with this kind of thing again.
And I said, my response was just, I will promise to try not to, but cannot guarantee anything with my own stupidity.
Just sighs.
No impulsiveness.
Just sighs and a bit of a face.
One step at a time.
Baby steps indeed.
I got a new lightsaber, though, from the last time we fought.
As entertaining as I'm sure that story is, and my suspects on its origin, I am unfortunately on a bit of a time restraint.
Has there been anything going on in the background of the hologram call here?
People running back and forth, moving. You'll notice everybody's heads are like, you can see the top of their head maybe at the bottom of the hologram, because it's not a full one for him. It's like upper torso, like chest, like up.
I was just questioning if there's like any like blaster bolts or just random shit going on in the background.
Nope, not at the moment.
Like, did we just call him in the middle of a war zone and he just like ducked behind?
Answered. Nope. At the moment, no. You do see, like I said, some burn marks on armor, a little bit like the bit that you can see, but that's about all.
So, what happened with your situation?
We had a group that was making itself prominent. We had to respond to. Fortunately, somebody seems to have given them a warning, and they managed to make a break.
Hmm. Well, Count will just look at the book, just like, if only we could just send this.
Take it back to the main headquarters in Coruscant, and they can scan the pages in and put them on a database online.
Perfect.
Anything else before I close the call?
Let's see, books, Force Ghost, Jedi Temple, Dark Side Tendrils. I think I've covered everything. Anything else, Johnny?
Not that I can think of. I'll get the data package. I'll write it up and send it out.
Oh.
If we have any more questions for you about this, we'll let you know. But rest, recover, take it easy. Seem to have earned a bit of that, at least. And he will close the call.
I'll send a snippet and then the larger data package to the other one.
Alrighty. Anything else, or are you guys?
Oh shit.
It's probably late right about now.
When Count goes to sleep, he's literally going to sleep on the books.
On top of them.
Like book, pillow, head.
Alrighty.
I will subconsciously absorb this knowledge through the Force.
Alrighty. Anything else from anybody? Or is that them for the night?
Other than what I said, not really, not for me.
I'm
Alright.
good.
I just found out.
So,
who
calling it for the night,
creator of
everybody.
Darksaber was reading up on my fucking Star Wars history. I just found out who the creator of the Darksaber was. And I'm like, oh
Yep.
shit.
And everybody sleeps decently well. It's not the best sleep. They're still lingering. Like, as you're getting sleeping, there's those lingering whispers that sometimes pop up, and then you'll wake up and realize, no, they're not there. It's just a recollection about it. Count, you wake up with a bit of a stiff neck due to the book and a sore face.
But did I learn anything?
No, you did not learn
That
anything.
books are hard.
Did Count have any weird dreams?
Nothing apart from the others. You keep getting that waiting feeling as the dark thing tilting through. Sometimes that'll wake you up, but nothing heavy. Nothing heavier than that. And it is morning. Everybody gets a long rest.
Waking up early in the morning, doing early morning exercises, as is typical of the Mandalorian way. Finds out that his broken bones are still broken, kind of hurts, works through the pain, keeps going.
They're ribs that you can function with broken ribs. You
Not
don't
well,
need 4 of
but
those anyways,
yes.
do you?
No, not really. Like I said, not well, but yes.
All right. Patch up that. I'm now back down to all 20 force points and 5 uses of the force.
Puts armor back
Come-
on, jetpack back on, helmet back on. Goes out
Come
to get
back.
ready to meet everybody out in the living room area type deal.
Come back to me, sweet, sweet health.
It is the morning and the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Pass on to the other. Hey, Tiger Man told us Tagorian told us we should probably head back to Coruscant pretty quickly.
Whoa.
Deal with stuff there.
The city of corruption and the planet city of corruption and idiot.
You could stay
Idiocy.
on the water planet instead.
I'm good.
I second that notion.
You
Okay.
can deal with the Jedi. You can deal with the Jedi Water Temple,
You know,
or we go back and deal with the not Jedi Force people.
next planet we go to better be a junk planet. At least I can get some fucking hunting.
You can hunt underwater.
Unless anybody has anything to do in town, go on.
Nobody
Yes,
said
Sorsha?
anything, I don't think.
I think she
Oh,
was
sorry,
yawning.
I was.
Oh, she yawned.
Gosh.
Fair. Well, if that's all we have to do here, then let's head back to the ship and start heading back toward Coruscant, I guess.
Sorsha's gonna salute her and be like, "Aye, aye, Kappa, Dad."
Alright, loading back up on the ship, getting through security. No problems there, it's pretty simple. You got the 5-day journey back.
Finish read.
Which one you reading?
Finish chain first.
Okay.
During the 5 days, I'm going to be adding the 4th barrel to every one of the harpoon guns.
Make a check for that, please.
I help.
And I'm also going to anything that I can offer right now that Sorsha wants on her harpoon gun, he will attempt to add. So I'll probably have to make a second check for that one.
That would.
I mean, it's
yeah,
not
you're
like
right
we
on
have
that.
just like everything to add on to just on the ship.
Okay,
That's why, with what's
So-
possible, he was asking.
because I had advantage because Chani was helping, I have a natural 20 for a 20-something, 26 total, I believe.
Then you
To add
do
the
well
4th
enough.
barrel to everything.
Everybody's got a 4th barrel
Heck
on
yeah.
their harpoon gun, which means 4 shots before you have to reload.
And on mine, again, I'm gonna have to make a second or third roll for this. Technically, I'm going to make sure mine can throw a switch. If you allow this, I want to be able to throw a switch, pull the trigger, and all 4 barrels fire instead of just 1 barrel.
You want the burst
Uh,
fire.
I'll let you do this for that,
He wants the
but
shotgun.
it'll be against the same target, and you'll have to immediately
no.
reload afterwards after
Yeah,
firing.
no,
if
of
this
course.
works.
Yeah, no, of course.
Well, Matt, there's a rule for burst things like that for shotguns. and other
Well,
such
yeah,
things.
for shotguns, but this is less of a shotgun and more because it's still a harpoon gun. It's still a straight precision.
It's a
Yeah.
dirty
Well,
20.
It
there's
wouldn't spread. It wouldn't spread
Okay.
like the burst properties do.
I'll say there's. I was gonna say there are other burst and auto properties.
I know, and that's why I haven't said anything about how I know how the auto works. That's why I'm letting them make a roll for them.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, it'll work. It'll do the 4d6 auto, but immediately reload, and it's like with the way the properties work in this, basically that's your attack action for the round.
Yeah, no, fair.
You don't get multi-attack when you're doing something like this.
Yeah, no, fair.
But
Because it'll
it is
be
there now.
attack action, and the second basically attack action would be to reload.
Bonus action to reload.
Oh, okay.
It's the price. It's the
consumes
price for
full
auto
amount.
effects.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
fair.
it's-
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But yeah, you can do so, and yours now has that modification. Anybody else before we get to describing the book again for count?
Sorsha's going to ask him if he can put a scope on her harpoon gun.
I don't have one available, but once I have one available, sure.
I can
She does the 2 thumbs up and the teethy smile, and she goes, "Cool."
probably tinker some
Cool.
optics together.
You gotta get a 40 times optics so you can look into their soul before you shoot harpoons at them.
Although,
At 60 feet max.
as the weapons guy here, I don't know how much a scope's going to help you. The range of these things is not very long, whether you're in water or out of water. At max, you're maybe gonna hit like 60 feet.
Sorsha's
And
just
you-
like, "I have bad eyesight. I just need something to help me."
I'll tinker something
That's
together for you.
fine. You get that together, and I'll throw it on here, no problem. If you wanted to do
Awesome,
this,
awesome.
do what mine does of the shooting all of them at once. I can do that too. We'll just figure it out. Whatever you want.
Thank you.
Oh god.
Want me to roll the tinker?
Anyways.
Or do we just assume that I can manage
Are
that?
you actually gonna? I want to roll a tinker because that'll affect something here.
Alright then, I'm going to roll it.
It reflects backwards. She sees her own eye.
It's a 30.
You could cobble together what, like, not necessarily a scope, but more of like a reflex sight that would
Mhm.
help you think. And with Jordan's help and that roll, I'm just going to assume you can attach it on because it's essentially just a bonus to it. It's not
Okay.
terribly hard to add on. Effectively, it'll make you hit you add an additional 1 to hit, not to damage, but to hit with the harpoon
Okay.
gun only.
Okay. Got it.
Anything else that's happening on the whole trip over? Eva? Anymore? Jorhan? Chani? None of these projects are terribly long. Like the whole thing for the crossfire, all the extra barrels straight fire would probably be 2 days work for you since you have the baseline set.
Sorsha's gonna work on a fancy container, like whatever they're called to hold her harpoons.
A holster
A holster.
and an ammo pouch.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 books to read.
Order of importance for you on that in a minute.
Okay.
The rest of you guys?
I've got nothing in particular. I don't really think the AI is going to be too cooperative at this moment, and besides, I kind of want to put that on the back burner.
Sorry to interrupt your reading there, Count, but do you have any useful crystals on you? Any of those things we got? Like, I don't want any of the unstable ones. Do you have any ones that are useful?
Oh shit. By the
What
way,
for?
Count, mark off 2 of those crystals.
2 of them?
2 of them.
I have 1 prototype, 1 flawed, and 9 failed left. Was it for the bomb? Because I marked 1 off for the bomb. So the bomb took
Nope.
2.
Nope, it was something else with the flawed. And the prototype. 1 flawed, 1 prototype.
Okay.
Which you will
what-
now notice the prototype is missing, and you have 1 less crystal than you should have on the others.
One. Okay, so I have no prototypes and 8 failed.
Yep.
How long has this
So-
been missing?
You went on the bit of I have this and this, and then you open it up and you realize these are missing.
Either it fell out of my inventory while in the water, they broke and turned to dust from being smashed, the other human stole them, or some fucks managed to sneak in and steal them in our sleep.
Dog. Go lay down. Go.
Make a wisdom check.
Let's see, it was the dirty 20.
You remember 2 familiar signatures that accompanied the holocron in a certain kid's backpack.
I had gone over my inventory after that, just saying, Matt.
Yeah, you looked at your inventory sheet, but you only asked me to check for your lightsabers, so I informed you of your
No, no, no.
lightsabers.
No, I meant I had gone over that when I was going over the bomb stuff.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I didn't mention it then, but you are less on it.
Okay.
That's why I'm correcting it now, since the way I look at the bomb, it's like, I want a flawed one. You just reached in, grabbed a flawed one, and went back to work to get stuff
Okay.
done in time, and didn't take a deep look. So this is the first deep look into the crystals you would have seen.
I'm electrocuting that kid next time I see him.
Like, is your intent to make us regret not knocking him the fuck out as often as possible here?
No, but he told you guys knew he was a thief.
I mean, I patted down my entire fucking self. So there better not be.
You
any
did,
fucking thing
and all your stuff was there.
Yeah. Anyway, so was that a no on the crystal there?
I got some flawed. I got flawed one.
Yeah, the flawed ones you turn into bombs. No thanks. Ugh, I'll find another one. Damn it, I want to upgrade this fucking gun. He just basically mumbles as he's walking away.
Lightsaber crystals aren't usually used for guns.
I don't care what they're usually used for. I'm tired of force ghosts.
A
Fair.
lightsaber didn't really feel too effective.
Also fair.
I feel like
Listen,
the
if
gun
it's
was
imbued
more
with the
effective.
If it's imbued with the force, it's probably got force crap with it. I don't care. I'm gonna use it. Anything to make myself more combat effective against stupid shit like that. Anyway, I'm not arguing about this. If you have one, you do. You don't, you don't.
Whatever makes you feel better.
I'm down to bomb crystals pretty much.
All I got are these stupid fake ones, these synthetic craps that you said.
Wait, Johnny can turn those into bombs.
Basically,
there's moments
it's a
as
thing
a DM I regret.
it's a think fast moment for Count as he just goes, "They're fucking useless," then and throws them up behind his head.
There's 2 Kuiper crystals flying through the air right now, Count.
Right
Full
at you.
sketch.
Okay.
Fucking useless. Just wonders.
Just out of character, can I just say how I love that everything goes back to Chani?
It's a sci-fi futuristic high-tech world, and Chani's a high-tech gal.
I'm the utility.
I mean-
Yay.
Count can make them explode. It's just very suicidal.
I can also make them explode from 400 feet away.
I don't know if they'd explode for being shot with a blaster bolt.
Enough
I
shots.
think they just.
We
I think
no,
they just. I
No,
think
we
they
know
just
they-
break.
we know
I
they
think would
do.
just break.
No, we know they do because you threw one and I shot it and it exploded when we were
That
fighting
was
cats.
no.
That was a
That was
bandolier.
bandolier grenades.
Oh,
But yeah,
What
you
the
guys
fuck
haven't
did you
tried
get
shooting them.
grenades?
That
You
button.
guys looted them off of the bodies from the people who tried to break into the
We used
bank area.
all of those to blow up the first 2
Yeah.
Droids.
Let's please continue this journey through hell.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
Count's
So-
just gonna sit there and look at them and just. Marav did say I should probably stay away from doing things like that again.
I will say again, nothing that we did was malevolent.
But if we had just chucked a bomb at that Force Ghost, might have made things a lot easier.
Yeah?
Count squinting his eyes, just inner monologuing at the things that can be turned into bombs, and just puts them in his pocket. I have reading to do. I'll think about this later. And just yell out, Shawnee, we have more bomb stuff.
Whoever's nearby chatting will see her smile fade.
I'm gonna say tight quarter is probably Sorsha and Eva if they haven't done it since they're not mentioning much. Sorsha's probably in the same room near you, working on her holster and ammo packet for her harpoon gun.
Saoirse just kind of like looks and just like shakes her head.
What?
None. I'm just, yeah. I'm just here. And she continues working.
Okay.
I picture Glitter's involved by now.
I basically have
Oh,
a
yeah.
four. Oh my god. Sorry, the
Harpoon
realization.
gun.
The realization of what I have just laying, just like hanging off the side of my character, just sunk in. I have a 4-barreled shotgun harpoon.
We steampunking
You
here.
are correct.
What the fuck have I done?
Something amazing in my mind. But-
That realization just fucking hit. I'm sorry, but it just hit.
Fair. But we'll move on to the book. You said you're starting on the chain, correct?
While that's going on, I'll be right back.
That'll take the better part of it. I'll say that'll take probably 3.5, 4 days of the ride because it's a thick, technical jargon book. But at a decent reading speed, you go through, and after it wraps up with the theories of whether or not exist, it continues on a bit longer. They're constantly going throughout it, and it starts debating locations, hypotheses. Like, we've had a battle here, we had a hideout here, we've seen them near here, we felt disturbances, and it's listing possible locations, providing backups like geological data, force data that's been recovered by the author, people that have been there, like interviewing other Jedis, recruits, people, and like normal people who've been disturbed or felt something. Even oddly enough, people who like were force sensitive but not part of the order this man interviewed, which sounds very out of place for what you would know for the Jedi Order. But the problem with it is when you're looking at the locations, none of these locations' names look familiar. Like, some of the description of the planets do sound roughly familiar, but the names themselves sound off. Nothing is up to what you know. For example, one of the planets sounds extremely similar to Minnan, where you just were, as it mentioned, a world of nothing but a vast sea, never ending, it seemed.
Wonder what ancient planets they're talking about here. And this time there could have been geological changes. Or maybe they're talking about somewhere in the unknown sectors of the galaxy. Quite odd.
And in the middle of it, the only thing that stands out that you very obviously recognized is a rough sketch of this man, whoever this author is, didn't want the data destroyed. So he wrote it down in a book and made something that they would more likely look for. And he drew a sketch. And there's a sketch of the crystal that you previously saw, that you guys have all seen and were trying to obtain.
The holocron.
And yeah, the holocron. And basically he's saying he tried to record a map. Better than what he can write down in a book, better than anything he could sketch out. But a map of locations that might have one of these old Sith temples. Making a proper galactic map.
Hey, Shawnee, you, we might be going to unknown space sometime soon.
She looks up from whatever project somebody has her doing and just goes,
Probably reflex scope.
okay.
We might need to contact your people for some guidance at some point out in those reaches.
Her facial expression suddenly shifts very, very violently, and she does not say anything.
You should definitely give this book a read over once I'm done with it. You might actually know some of these places. You're smarter than me.
I think.
Maybe.
Never mind. James' Star Wars brain is trying to kick in, and I need to shut him up because he doesn't need to be here right now.
And with any leftover time, that'll be going over the combat book.
Like I told him before, you make it into that some. It's a technique, it's a style of fighting that involves more relying on the force. It was somebody who had less original talent in standard lightsaber combat, and putting into effect trying to use the force itself, which they had a lot more success with on most instances, to fight with a saber.
And if anyone walks in on Count reading this, there's just going to be one of his lightsabers just kind of spinning in the air slowly.
It's not going great yet. You may or may not have almost burned off your goatee a couple times.
Move the light Shoto further away from face and everything else.
Oh shit! You're allowing him to learn one of those styles. Oh fuck.
No, this goes down my path. I'm doing.
Yeah, I get that, but that's not the point.
It is filled with warnings, arbitrary statements, things like, if you do this, there's a high chance of self-injury learning, and the fine-tune needed is very uncommon.
Warning, blade hot.
But it's not apparently stopping you.
Warning, do not decapitate.
Although I will say, it never actually says the words lightsaber. It effectively translates to weapon or blade. Never actually says the words lightsaber.
Light whip, so that's just noodling around spinning.
Alright, I want to make a ring, a hula hoop.
Chainsaw.
So yeah, that's what you were given.
Just spin the harpoon gun where it shoots, it shoots.
And fuck.
And on the 5th day, at the end of that, you guys will arrive at Coruscant later in the evening.
Relatively near the Sentinels area, because I don't see any reason for us to...
Same port. I assume same port as before,
Okay.
which is relatively close. Probably only about half hour via public transportation.
So unless anyone has anything else, we're going to start heading away there.
Yep.
Harpoon gun is permanently just like a little hook is holding it to my hip.
Your inner Mandalorian is fanboying right now. I understand.
You're welcome.
James is just sitting here like, what the fuck? Jordan is loving this.
Yeah. So heading back to the... Sorry, words escape me. Sentinel base. You go back in and, well, same as before, there's that older gentleman sitting behind the desk, signing paper, going through not actual papers, but, data slabs.
Hello once again. Is Sata in?
I'm gonna stop in. He's in, but
Is something
you guys
wrong?
would have to go down to the infirmary to see him.
What happened?
What happened?
Well, I do believe you were the group that brought in the info of, well, a quite disturbing individual, and as the highest ranking here, he had to investigate.
Oh, let's go take a look. Let's go
He's
visit him.
in recovery and will be fine. It's just takes time.
Let's go have words on this ever downward spiraling matter.
He'll
Is
give you some instructions on where to go.
is anyone
Count-
opposed to me heading to the Mandalorian base? Mainly saying it to the Sentinels around.
They just shrug and you're on back as long as your group reports, I suppose. Keep your comm on, I guess, in case they need you. I don't know. I don't
always
have a
on.
lot of. I'm a secretary. I don't get a lot of the going ons.
Should probably stay in pairs if you go anywhere.
The Mandalorian base is right over there. Run fine. For what I remember of when I went to the Mandalorian base, it actually wasn't that far from the Sentinel base.
Yeah, you are right. It was not.
What was it, like a
It's like
couple
a 15-minute
hours?
walk. No, for
15
him, it's like a
minute
15-minute walk.
Like Count just said, go in pairs. If you're going there, I guess Eva probably has business there too, somewhat. Maybe get a fancy hat.
That's why I'm taking her with me.
Be safe, you two.
Come on, Ava.
Alright, so we'll start with actually the Mandalorian here, because that's a bit easier topic. Making it back about a 15-minute walk, you both walk into the base.
That just be
And you guys actually run into the transition, also entering about the same time. She just looks up and, you're all back? What did you do? What did you put on my shoulder? Sorry. I see you posted interesting update. Hello?
Yeah, you're there.
Oh,
Nobody
wow.
saying anything.
I'm making
Even
sure because I
myself
was
with
just
the
addressing
Mandalorian
you.
base.
That's what I said. The transition's outside the door and running into you as they're going in and just addressed you with that.
Yeah. Why is there a silent moment? There's three people here.
Because they
just
asked
talking.
you a question.
I'm wondering why the three people here are just going silent. Because two people in the party aren't here.
No, literally,
Three
you and
people
Eva
in the party
are
are
here.
You and Eva.
No, that's what I'm saying. The transition at the Mandalorian base.
Oh, then that's why I was
Yeah,
confused.
I'm addressing you and Eva. That's why we're waiting.
Sorry,
That's okay. That's what we're trying to
I
explain,
got
though.
confused. I thought
Mental
other people
technical
were doing
difficulties.
it. Son of a bitch.
But yeah, just
Just as
you
dangerous.
posted an interesting update, I see.
Yeah, we're here to get her a helmet probably and get the hell away from the Sentinel base. I don't want to be in there. It's a bunch of weird people.
Bunch of weird people, but I'll give them this. They have a hell of a lot of good fighters.
That's so did the Jedi, but hey, see how that
No, the
turned out.
Jedi are, in comparison, have more faith in the Sentinels.
Probably. At
The
any rate,
helmet, you say, for her?
yeah, she took part in the massive ghost fight, so I figured it'd be a good enough accolade.
We'll send that up. Force Ghosts, as you put it, seems a bit above me.
You think
I
it's not
can't
above
say
me?
I've ever. No, I assume so. Just, I'm ill-equipped to judge that.
Yeah, so am I. But I figured that'd be better for her. Just so she can be recognized as
If as
Mandalorian.
difficult as, no exaggeration to the posting, I don't see why it will not occur to get the helmet for her, but we shall see what they say. And they'll
I
lead
mean,
you in and send off the
He
message.
kind of pulls up his shirt a little bit and shows the bruises of all his broken ribs.
it liked to fuck with the water and break my ribs around, so it's still kind of fucky.
Ava gets the title of Ghost Puncher.
Just gets a nod from you. She gives you a nod and leads you all in to send the message off. And you have free reign of that for a little bit, it seems.
Yeah, he's just gonna take advantage of the fucking workshop again.
Fair.
And if there's any new person there working in the workshop, like proper working in the workshop, he's gonna have a conversation with them. But if not, he's just gonna get to work messing around.
The only person in there would probably be the Duros you saw that's here.
Mhm.
He seems to be over in the corner working on something. You haven't interacted with him a lot. He's a little lot more antisocial than Aksa, but then again, she's the highest ranking here, so that might be part of it.
And he's not gonna openly try to conversate with somebody he knows is not all too into conversating, so he'll leave him be.
Fair. Anything else, or are we good to hop over to the other group?
I'm good. I don't know what Ava's doing, but I'm good. Also, apologies for that. I thought you were still talking to them.
It's fair. It happens. It's fair. It's all right. Anything for you, Ava, while you are here at the base?
No, not really. Other than just kind of watching.
At one point,
The others.
I will say at one point, the transition will walk up to you and just, so what was your opinion on the Force entity, Force Ghost?
That was some bullshit.
The Force users generally are.
Yep. I've noticed. I don't like it at all.
Neither do most of us. They tend to cheat their way through things, I think.
Johnny sneezes.
There's-
That'd be more.
Does,
That'd be more count.
does
No, I
Joran
You know what the word
here?
cheat.
Does Joran here? Force users tend to cheat.
I don't know if Ava would be in the workshop at this time. Yes. If she would have been elsewhere working on other stuff, no. That is up to Ava here.
I mean, I'm kind of follower, and I know him, so I'm usually sticking by people I know.
Okay, then probably yeah.
The Force is always cheating, and he goes back to his work.
Fair enough. Just wanted to see your opinion on the. I still don't. I don't know. I don't want to call it a ghost. But whatever it was, and then walks off again.
As she walks off. I mean, come on, they don't even let their dead stay dead.
That's why you make them dead again. And we'll flip over to the group of the Sentinels. As you are, Sorsha, Chani, and Count are navigating for the infirmary, you get to the infirmary and you're about a couple feet, maybe 5 feet from the door, when it flies open and outruns Asata. Little more ragged, a couple of bandages and wounded areas around him. Most noticeably is one of his eyes is out, is missing.
Ew.
Not like injuries, but like, you know how you see when they pop a fake eye out? Kind of like that. And his left arm is off and tucked under his right arm. And he's just like, move, move, I need to go, move. And he runs past you. And you hear
Follow-
an angry screeching, get back to your goddamn bed from the infirmary.
Follow. And Count runs after him.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure.
Sorsha's just gonna sit in the chair and watch how this goes.
So, are you just waiting at the door of the infirmary? Or are you actually following? He took off running.
Where are we going?
To the lab!
She's just
Johnny,
gonna
to the
follow
lab.
because she's just curious.
But I can lock the
Johnny, to
lab! Everybody runs to the lab, and you hear a very angry, probably medic, considering it, shouting very creative expletives on the way.
I don't know that language.
And a few of them might not be anatomically possible, but they all involve him back in that bed. And you guys get into the lab probably about the same time. He's a little bit slower than normal. He is injured. And then slams the door behind the two of you and locks it. The three of you and locks it. I finally escaped.
You want to heal?
It's not healing that great right now. It's fine, though. I just needed to get out.
I meant I could help you some.
Force healing's not working right now the best.
I don't know, your lungs or the not missing limb. I can do minor injuries or disease.
He'll just wave you off. I'm quite alright. The nurse in there was just making a bit of a fuss for no reason, I think. And he'll set a limb on the ground, and you realize it's a very realistic prosthetic limb because the pieces sticking out the end, and then opens up his palm and sets an eyeball on his workshop. It's very damaged and busted. However, I need to repair these so I can actually, get all the functions back.
We have stuff to share. I have books.
Hopefully yours went better than mine.
I have physical books.
That's a rarity. But I'm sorry if I didn't reply to any messages. As you saw my location, they took away all my stuff. You even took my screwdriver away.
Clearly that wasn't enough.
No, I can get out. I had to use a fork to pick the fucking handcuffs you put me in. But I am free.
Rob seems to be doing well.
Yeah, I got a call from him earlier today. Just was worried about the answering. Sorry for that. I haven't been allowed to do anything, as I said.
No, you definitely seems like you've seen better days.
I mean, that's not wrong, but I've had worse. Yeah, at this point, he's actually sitting down and has a small, not quite tool, but it's an odd tool he's trying to work on his eyeball with.
I'll set the books on the counter.
Have you read any of them?
I got through this one and started this one.
Ooh, what they about?
This one has a lot of stuff about potential dark side temple location, mentions that holocron. We might have to go out into unknown regions. The book's old, it says names of planets I don't recognize. This one's about martial combat. Got some cool lightsaber stuff. These two are history books written by Jedi, it seems, but different accounts of battles, general history, locations of stuff. And Chani got a data brick thing, except old, really old.
Yeah.
By the way, these
How
are
old we
these are several thousand years old, it seems.
Very old then. Oh wow.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
think I've interacted with any of that.
hoping you guys might have some more things than I had at my immediate disposal. We also, if
Well-
you'll check your computer there, sent you a video documentation of the entire incident. Might want to skip toward the end to look at the area and the thing that we found there.
Also, we were told we could just kind of upload these books to digital books, and then they're in the library.
So that we can do. That's pretty easy. We can drop it off at the archive. The librarians there can handle most of that. But you said data packet. He'll set his thing back down and walk over to his computer and ting, 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 ting. Just one hand spidering across the keyboard. What data pack did you send? Oh, there's that. That is a long recording. What were you guys doing?
Force
Oh yeah, that's
Ghost.
what you guys were doing. Stops that. Turns around. What?
Force Ghost.
Ghost. Force ghost.
Just go
Like,
to,
rar, haunting.
and then she'll say, around about when
I got
we got grabbed by the ghoulies?
I got stabbed by one, the big one.
Wait.
They had an actual-
You got stabbed by a ghost?
It
How does
manifested
that
a
work?
I don't know. It made a physical blade. Like one of the smaller ghosts touched me, and it just kind of reached through me. But no, the big librarian ghost actually made like a shadow sword.
Like a vibroblade? Like you
Johnny's
pulled a
just over
vibroblade
there
from somewhere?
forcibly scrubbing the video to the point where she needs it to be.
No,
Oh.
Count just draws his physical sword. No, like one of these, but shadow.
And
That's
probably about that time, Johnny finally
distinctively
finds the
weird.
right point and shows him.
This was a recon. This was a simple go grab and look at a place. What did you...
Simple things don't happen with us.
Ghost.
No, they don't. They really don't. Not even a buddy you're not involved with anymore. Like, you just pointed them at me and I went to look. Nothing simple with you guys, it seems. What about you? You got anything to add, Sorsha?
That was fucked up.
Sorsha got a
I like
harpoon
her
gun.
opinion better than yours. That's easier to understand.
Also, we got these. Pointing at the harpoon guns.
Now those I like. Ooh. Gotta see one?
Count will pass
It looks
his.
like he grabs it like a kid on Christmas and starts spinning it around with one, like, maneuvering it with one hand, like, using the fingers to roll it around in there and looking at it.
Oh, if
Ooh, I
he's
think this
examining
is
it, then he'll see a little mark, a little Mandalorian mark, and if he knows how to speak Mandoa, it'll say my name on it.
Oh. Oh, good to see your buddy can make some stuff. He'll toss it back. I might have to use similar designs now in the future. That gives me some really good ideas.
Just
I
to
don't
correct,
think-
Hurry, Joran, make a patent.
just to correctly
think
understand
yours
this, Johnny had an idea, had someone that was good at do physical labor make it, and then they put their name on it and take credit for it.
Yep.
All right.
But, had an eventful time too, by the way.
Listen,
Lost that square
Mandoa's
lightsaber.
hard.
I didn't hear you, Matt.
Like, well, you guys had an eventful time. Your buddy here that you guys all reported. Kind of glad you guys didn't run into him. I lost my square lightsaber now. But how was the whole trip? How was the... Can you go over in better detail what happened here? Maybe I can find something to help understand, because, well, that's about all I got, lore stuff.
We got the entire recording.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that takes a while to watch through. I want to hear you guys in your own words. Recordings cover so much, but not as much as a lot of people actually pick up on and don't realize.
Johnny's actually using this opportunity to like scrub through it and see if Mortimer noticed anything that we
I will
didn't
tell
draw
him
attention to.
I'll tell him what I told Roth.
Alright. And I'll give you this. There was a visible distortion where Count made mention of tendril. It's not
Okay.
large, and it's not hard. It's not very noticeable. And it's very faint, but it's still there. Almost like the water was moving a little bit.
Okay.
So, if
And you see the wisps at the very end hit like a low, and then you can barely make it out where they just get ripped off in a current. It looks like almost.
if these Darksiders can make evil tentacles that touch Ghost, do you think that if they called out to someone, they could just touch and corrupt anyone?
I mean, I don't rightly know because, well, I've not heard of this before. I've never really seen this happen. I've never come across this in any of the archives. But at the same time, a person that has an actual body probably has a bit better resistance than something entirely of energy. But technically, I believe the technique could be adapted, if I've noticed anything about the Force.
Does this mean you could make a light version and just touch someone with positivity and just be like, you're a good person?
Theoretically, yes, but that goes against many of the tenets of the Sentinels because now you're changing a person's mind with the Force. Not just changing their mind, you're changing their very being with the Force.
By
If
definition,
what you said and that looks like is true, that's one of the few things we don't do.
yeah, that sounds
Fair.
like it's by definition kind of skewed on the not so great side of things.
It
I'm
is.
I'm just hypothesizing this.
It has a
This is
thought
a
problem I understand, but I'm just saying for practical application.
practical application. You probably need either someone incredibly powerful or many people working to do this, all going to the same thing. So
And he's flicking through it. He's with you at the moment while talking, Johnny, going through data and stuff. And the only odd part I can notice out here, the biggest odd part is I know this happened shortly before a raid occurred that Murav was sent on. Like maybe 40 minutes before a raid occurred. And he had planned on doing it earlier, but a delay came up. Something happened with the electronics data that they had to fix first, something with communication. And that delayed the raid almost an hour.
do you think it could be someone on the inside?
Inside, maybe. I can't say for sure and not out because, well, as large of an organization as we are, even though we're understaffed, we're still very large. You can't vet everyone.
Has anyone been having odd dreams lately? I've had a few myself.
None that's been reported. Besides the standard mental trauma of battle, PTSD, similar things like that.
No, I meant weird shadow figure dreams.
Not to my knowledge. Then again, most people probably would pass off something like that as a bad dream and not mention it. What do you think?
With the Force, it's hard to tell between superstition and real.
It's a very blurry line, I've noticed.
Although I know it's been interrupting my sleep, waking up in a sweat several times now.
Well, you probably don't want to hear the other side of what happened then.
No, go on.
On behest of all of your information, I did go and check for the cloaked individual. And lo and behold, I did manage to come across him. And his organization that he seems to be a part of, or at least a small group of it. I can safely say they have a lot less members than they did before, but looks over at the arm and eye on the table and looks down at the multiple wounds. He got away. He was outside of what I was capable of.
At least you managed to get away.
Yeah, got away, dropped a building, dropped a lot of little peons. They have a lot of less minions. At least I hope that's a lot less minions for them. Otherwise, that's a lot of people they have. That is concerning.
Hmm.
But guy with a Viper Blade, if you're watching for anything, keep out for that. He does not have a lightsaber like you.
Hmm.
Had
Well,
like
I guess
a heavier.
it's easier to hide.
Yeah, he had like a heavier collapsible Viper Blade he pulled out, extended it into a full-length blade, and well, it took right through my arm, which is surprising, I must admit. Because I've blocked those with my arm before.
Your prosthetic arm can block fiber blades?
Yeah, I've blocked a few. It took a lot of amping and it took a hell of a lot of damage, but it did block it.
Does it block lightsabers?
I haven't tried.
Before you put it
Never-
on and get it fixed, do you want to try?
No, because a lot of it had to do with powering through a small shield generator.
Ah. Maybe it had something that was able to disable your generator, or Maybe just
I mean, it might have, but the wall
Maybe
didn't slow
just-
him down either. So
They're visiting.
maybe just channeled a lot of force into it.
They're
I'm
visiting,
leaning towards
having
that
fun. Johnny's trying to get the pieces of tech out that she has, and struggling vainly to see if there's anything in the lab here that might make it to where she can interface with them.
at the moment, make a tech check just to see how this goes.
Techity tech tick.
Yeah. What about you, Sorsha? You don't have much of an opinion on Force stuff. What's your thought on everything that happened?
This one.
Sorsha has no opinion on Force stuff. She has no idea what's going on, so she's just sitting, like, playing with her. I forget what her tentacles are called now.
Leku.
Leku. She's just like sitting there, and her Leku is like in front of her face, and she's like dangling it back and forth, just playing with it because she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because a lot of times the people who don't know what's going on have a lot of good insight. Because they think of things the rest of them that wouldn't know.
I'm not finding much of a 12.
No, none of it's really working.
Spirit was good. There was good Ghosty. He was nice Ghosty. And then all of a sudden, boom, bad Ghosty. Ghosty attack. Ghosty called us Sith. I don't think the ghost was actually bad. I think the ghost thought that we were bad, so he was attacking us.
So maybe clouded instead of corrupted.
I think clouded, because he called us Sith.
He didn't give us much of a choice one way or another.
No, I'm not saying anything about the defense here. Just a fresh opinion that hasn't had any biases help sometimes.
Due to
Besides
corruption,
even-
wear and tear of the mind over who knows how many years.
Did you see him all there before all this started?
No,
No.
he was forgetting things.
Couldn't even
So that's
remember his
another
own name.
promising. As bad as this sounds, then that's another promising sign because maybe it's a deteriorating mind, and that's why I went through. I don't know. There's a lot of conjecture here. We don't have any hard proof to back up anything.
Ghost Alzheimer's?
Ghost Alzheimer's.
Yes, Sorsha. That must be it. Ghosts develop Alzheimer's over time eventually.
She
I mean,
just
wouldn't
like
you-
smiles because she figured something out, she thinks.
Wouldn't you just start to forget and kind of lose your mind if you just had to sit in a library for thousands of years?
I sure would.
I'm gonna say he's been in there for a long time, from what you guys have been saying.
Things are getting
And-
increasingly messier in the background as Johnny is looking for things.
Oh, he's digging through stuff now too. He's
Okay.
giving up on his eyeball. He's given up on the fixing the eyeball. Now he's digging through stuff too, looking for it. At one point, you'll see him. He's actually gonna pull out. You'll find him and be like, "Aha!" and then pop it back in. Pop one in. And just-
I'll give Shawnee a guidance for her next
it's-
roll.
it's- No, this is taking up the time. This is Chani's lengthy. She made her roll for this. This is her frustration with it.
Wait, Shawnee, I have an idea. Can I make an investigation?
It's technology, but
I set my lightsaber on the table and spin it.
oh my god. Never mind. Make it just a D20 roll.
It works as well as anything else does.
19.
All right, so you don't have a port that works, but you see like something that could pretty close to what you think might fit into this.
I just look at where the lightsaber's
But it would
pointing.
take some modification.
I just look where the lightsaber's pointing. Shawnee, there. A thing.
And it's just the judgment of how many times Count has now spun his lightsaber and it has worked.
Can I use your tinkering bench?
Feel free. I'm not going to be doing much of tinkering myself until I get my arm back on.
She's gonna try to make it a workable interface.
That's a weird one.
Tinker's
What
tools.
kind of kits do you have? Yeah, I'll let Tinker's Tools work on this. I was just trying to think of the kits you had, but Tinker's Tools will work.
24.
24, you can modify it to hook up.
I have most things except weapon making and destruction.
I have one of those.
Yeah, but you can spend some time working on that. So what happened to your two buddies? You had two Mandalorian friends with you, I believe.
They went to go do Mandalorian things at the Mandalorian place.
How many times can we say the word Mandalorian?
Mandalorian, 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 Mandalorian.
I was being... It was rhetorical.
Well, if you're on planet Mandalore looking for Mandalorians,
Planet Mandalore's dead.
He's gonna stop randomly and hold like the stub, which is like elbow to shoulder. It's cut in half in the middle. He's like, "Pull on this." To count.
Count's just gonna look down, look up.
Pull on it.
I'm gonna get electrocuted, aren't I?
You're not gonna get electrocuted. I think. No, pull on it.
Insight check.
Okay.
Natural 1, 12.
This man is a
Nice.
poker face.
I pull.
Hell of an insight.
Yeah, no shit.
Wait.
I didn't know that.
Not insight. Wait. I added the wrong modifier. Didn't matter. Natural 1.
Yep, you got a natural 19. So, poker face. Just come on, pull real quick. This arm's trashed. I can't really fix it.
I give him pull.
And it just, and you watch as the arm pops out at like the shoulder joint, and there's like a interface socket on his shoulder. I was like, okay, now, and he's like pulls something out from under the desk, lines it up, push it in this one in,
Push.
and then he was like, all right, I've got an arm now. Now we can do stuff. It's not has the look of distaste looking at it. It's gonna work for now, I guess.
That was a very simple process for getting that in.
You would not believe how many arms I've had to replace.
It's a refined
After
process.
enough time, you'd really, really work on those processes. Most don't attach and detach this easily. But you know how that goes. So you said you had a book with nonsensical locations.
Not really nonsensical, just I don't recognize any of them. I don't know if it's due to age, name changes, or my lack of knowledge of planets, but could also be in unknown sectors.
Could
Hell,
be.
even
What
outside
if
the
you're
galaxy.
also- Could be, you don't know. I would probably assume inside the galaxy if the planet was their headquarter, as you guys stated in the description, was here. Here in this system in the non.
Well,
So not too far out at least. But let's take a look here. Tawny seems to have done something with it, and about this time you're actually hooking up the data cube, I say hesitantly, to a computer.
If this explodes, it's not my fault.
If it explodes, I have systems back up. Nothing explodes. But
Make turn
I
on.
suppose we should start digging.
Okay.
Turning it on. It comes up, and as before, it's underwater. There's a lot of corrupted data, but it's a lot less than there was before on the previous one. Excuse me. And it's filled with more, for the most part, searching through, spending a little time digging. The commonplace seems to be a lot of like history, and then like the command ways of the Jedi, recounts of battles. But again, none of the names really ring a bell, and none of the locations seem familiar. Sometimes you'll see like a description that sounds very familiar, like terrain-wise, but at the same time, off. Which again, climate change was pointed out earlier. We still have some corrupted. I assume this was the best they had available wherever you were. It did say aquatic, so underwater, I guess.
You remember about those 6 seconds where it sat there and looked like it was concentrating? I think it was trying to break stuff.
I mean, that would make sense. I've seen a lot of them. We've had Jedi find stuff before, and rather than to be apprehended and information given to the Sentinels, they've crushed devices. Rather than give up information. So that's happened before.
But hey, we have books.
Which is very weird. Just gonna say, I haven't seen a book in ages.
Should probably get these preserved in some way before they oxidize too much. I don't know.
You got
How
a
long does
point.
it take? How long does it take a book to break apart?
I don't know, I've never tried, but we can take them down later tonight.
The other ones were mush.
You were underwater, you said. So that makes a lot of more sense. Actually, that's strange. Why weren't these mush?
They had protective casings. I still have the casings.
Ooh. Leave those, maybe we can use them for something.
Sure. I really don't see a need in me carrying around bookcases.
Nope, that's fair. Well, looking through, we have quite a bit more data and everything to go on than I was expecting. You said you contacted Brav. Did he have anything to say on all this?
He said the same thing about the similar timing of the time of events.
Yeah, I could see that, and scrolling through, sees the same disturbance Eric did, starts running through some stuff. It
No one
came from a
expects
similar
this.
direction.
No one expects the Fifth Inquisition.
No one expects the Sith Inquisition. We haven't had Sith in years, decades, centuries almost, I think, actually. We've had hooligans and criminals, but no Sith. Certainly not anything that would pull something like this from what timing indicates a different planet.
Maybe they've been gathering resources and members over time, just laying in wait. And have enough now.
Very far and wide, apparently, if we have any inkling of it, because this is the first I've heard of it.
Or
And
maybe someone just got ballsy.
if I
and
do
started
brag
doing
myself,
it.
I have a lot of access.
Or maybe someone just got ballsy, was really charismatic, and just started something up.
Sure, that also happens too. It's amazing the stupidity that you can see amongst the population.
The problem is when they have Force users that can do
Fuck
that
with your
to
head,
you
I get it.
and this to everyone else.
Well, hopefully this wasn't something that can be commonly done, because if so, that is very concerning.
Well, Chani, didn't you say this man took out a base or something before?
Yeah. In order to find out where the holocron was that we weren't able to get to before he was.
It's pretty impressive to one-man army an entire base. Security outcropping, whatever it was.
He'd done something to deactivate the turrets before, and he was able to influence them to let him in.
Might have had help with someone similar to your skill set.
I know not.
Would you happen to have, he's going to interrupt you, would you happen to have recordings of this, since you have recordings of, well, Temple?
No.
Damn. Oh well, worth a shot. Yeah, he's gonna set this up to see if I can scrub the data a bit better for avoiding corruption, or well, removing the corruption. Do you guys want to run this down to the library? And I guess call it an evening. I don't have any orders for you tonight. We're still processing, and I'm afraid to leave the room.
We'll contact you if we need anything else.
Okay. Well, let me know if the doctor's still outside.
Book, library, doctor outside. Wait, do the doctors have anything force related?
Yes.
I'll,
Usually.
u- I'll, pu- I'll Papa use the force and lean against the door to see if they're within 30 feet.
You don't see anything in 30 feet.
Or was
But
it
I will
60?
say his laboratory is very bright and pinking. But you can guess why.
Yeah. I don't feel anything outside the door. I think we're clear.
Well, good luck with that. I'm going to stay in here for a little while still.
We'll call if we need anything. Hey, Johnny, let's go mess with the printer thing.
Okay, what printer thing? As we're walking away.
Whatever thing we upload these into.
Ah,
It's just turning my volume up on my call.
it's like a reverse book. We'll see.
Let's go reverse book these books.
Alright, so going to the library, you just get down there and, well, you get in a small argument with the librarian, I guess, if you want to printer it, and it's basically an argument of, no, you're not doing this, we're doing this, we're trained professionals, and you're like, no, but we found it, it's our book.
Can we watch you unbook the book?
Gives you a very squinted-eyed, narrowed gaze.
I want to see how this works.
From a distance of 10 feet. We don't trust you.
I accept these terms.
Okay. Yeah, they walk back, and basically they start pulling they open the book up, pull it apart at the seam. Like, you know how books are threaded in a lot of times? They carefully remove the thread so it doesn't tear anything up, and they just start laying pages front and back on what looks like a scanner. And she
Johnny,
just
I was
looked at
wrong. Johnny, I was wrong. This is more boring than I thought.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Glad we got that across.
Source is here for this too, of course.
Just an absolutely just absent-minded look on his face.
Lightsaber.
Matt, I heard you whisper lightsaber.
No. Sorry, I couldn't contain. But anyways. Yeah, no, it's just kind of back.
Hmm.
You hear the low whine.
So, can we get a copy of this when it's done?
It'll be on the archive. If you have access to the archive, you have access to the book. If your clearance is high enough.
I don't know if we were given that. We just got here and got sent to, hey, go investigate an old Jedi temple that's a few thousand years old.
Well, I suggest you ask whoever assigned you guys to all this.
I think he should have access. Yeah, Sado will probably have access. He needs it for research.
You're correct, he'll probably have access. I don't think there's anything on the base he doesn't have access to. Except the explosives room. I know he doesn't have access to the explosives room.
Sorry.
Count will just sit there and question in his head, like just rub his goatee a second. But do I have access to the explosives room?
I just looks up, I see that look, I'm gonna recommend no.
Yeah, just squinting his eyes slightly, pondering.
But if you're done bothering us, go. Shoo, get out of our library.
Very well.
I thought they were gonna say get out of our lives.
And if
Well-
they did say that, if Jordan were here, he'd say, love to.
Food, drink. Anyone want to watch me try and spin a lightsaber?
Well,
Yes.
I don't know when Diva's gonna be back. If you can hold off, not destroying me, I could still use some teaching with that.
I was going to attempt something from the book, but sure.
If you'd rather do that,
I mean,
that's
you're
fine.
welcome to try at the same time.
Training sabers. Definitely get training sabers.
So spending part of the rest of the night working on lightsaber stuff?
and food and drink.
Well, I assume food and drink. That's a given at this point. All right. For that, Eva and Joran, are you guys staying at the Mandalorian base if you don't hear anything?
I am.
I'm probably just gonna stay with him if I don't hear anything.
All right. At some point through the night, the Axel will show back up, the transition lady, to find Eva and just, your helmet is coming, apparently. And then walk back off.
Oh?
And as we call it a night, everybody's wrapping up and working on training or different things.
Sorsha,
Before
do
you
want
go
any
to bed...
lightsaber-
Oh, go ahead.
Sorsha, do you want any lightsaber training, or do you just want to stand there and look pretty?
I'm gonna stand here and look pretty.
All right, you're good at that. Probably fencing probably just poking Chani with the lightsaber. Training
Nah,
lightsaber.
nah. Chani, if your ribs weren't sore before all this, they are again. It's always the ribs with you, it seems.
Something always wants to hurt me.
And
I
as
mean-
everybody... Go ahead.
I mean, fuck, on a first strike counts minimum damage is 14.
Yep.
That's just rolling a 1 on the die, 14.
Yep. Training goes as better than it went originally.
I'm half
As you
proficient.
are learning, Shawnee. But it's still going kind of eh.
I mean, Count also uses a more refined fencing style than Greatsword.
Most people.
Oh yeah, most people in general. He does employ the lightsaber
Stop
to lightsaber.
it.
I will say, Ava isn't just all about hitting things two-handed. She's very ambidextrous with how she can use that thing. With how I've
I
seen
know.
her run.
I know,
I know,
I'm aware.
Every time Count has seen her fight, though, it's just been kind of just and then just panic.
There's also the
destroyed.
comment of she has effectively the longsword equivalent, so that compared to a like rapier fencing and finesse is very,
Yeah, I understand.
very different.
I was just making sure Robert knew that she's not just rush in like barbarian style, fuck it up.
No, I know, but from what Count has seen, he's just seen her, like
Okay, I understand.
panic and
Apologies, my
lightsaber
bad.
things. He's seen her
Um,
panic and lightsaber things and shoot some things.
Yeah.
Anything
Fair
else
enough.
before we wrap up the night for you guys? As the night after training is coming to an end, anything else?
Not on my end, no. Besides the standard working on stuff and then calling it a night. Probably calling a
get-
runner to go get food.
Get access to the book if that's possible.
Book's not up yet.
Okay,
They might still
it
be
down.
scanning it in. They had a lot of pages to go through.
you did say they were thick books.
Two C's.
As we wrap it up for the night, you're about to go to bed, Shawnee. You're laying down and you get a message on your data pad. And it simply says designation packet. But the A is replaced with a 4 and the E with a 3. And I believe that's where we'll call tonight's session as we are at the 4-hour mark.
I'm going to jot a little note because I need to ask Chani something in the morning while we're
Do so.
all in the Sentinel base.
Make sure you write your note. I believe that's where we'll call session, though. It's been 4 hours. It's a decent length one. Don't want to go too terribly long and drag everything.
Anyway,
Plus, gives me time to refine some better things.
we survived. To go back on James's thing, we're all still level 6. Deal with that weird?
No, I was going to give you that.
Oh.
It might be a little quick after 6, but you guys can go ahead and have 7.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of a
Let's have fun with it.
like what I've noticed that there's like a sense of scale. It's either a race to 5, and then it's either going to hit 10 or it's not. And if it is, then it's a race to 10, and then from there it just goes straight to. because the scale just keeps ramping up from what I've seen normally. In
Yeah,
things
that's
that I've
why
done.
I'm upping you quicker. You guys don't de-escalate in events very well so far.
Well, also I'll say also with the groups that we have, we do a fuck ton of damage. So if you throw little things that aren't worth much experience in turns, they just get slaughtered.
Well, let's put it this way: resistance and 300 health, and you guys still carved through it in less than a minute.
That's just action
I mean-
economy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Eric's dragon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Everybody will
again,
be
we-
level 7. Everybody's gonna have a long rest, so it will kick in the start of next session. It will be effective.
D6 go.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right. Any closing statements?
What do I get as those?
We all
No.
good for next time?
Let
Yeah.
the lightsabers do. Let the
As far as I
lightsabers
know, I'm
do
good.
guide us.
What the fuck do I get at level 7?
Spin to win. Spin to win.
Alrighty, that's gonna be us for tonight. Until next time.